that much of a trendsetter normally. But.
I don't know. The kids could start dressing like them. It's happened with those K-pop groups. I saw an article yesterday that none of the K-pop kids, because that's the biggest craze right now.
Yeah.
Not one of them were nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
And like the Beatles didn't win Grammys either. Like everybody is always so older in that thing that they never understand the next craze.
Right.
You know?
That seems pretty typical.
Yeah.
I would say, like, the Grammys never feel, like, cutting edge. And there's always youngsters being like, who's that band? And it's like the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Who's that old English guy, Paul McCartney? You know what band, and this is really hard to believe, has won 29 Grammys. 29.
Who's that?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Really?
Wow, that's
29?
29.
Huh.
Grammys love them.
I could see being a Grammy voter is Earl Douglas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a nerd.
He seems like old Grammy, doesn't he?
I'm going to pick Stevie Wonder. This is Earl when he likes music. I'm going to listen to Stevie Wonder again.
That's so Earl.
That is Earl. That's my impression of Earl. Johnny, you mind if I keep making the vibe Stevie Wonder? I wonder what Stevie's doing right now. Listening to a movie? Somebody told me that he's not even completely blind. This has all been bullshit.
That's fucking garbage. What a liar.
Yeah. Who's the liar? The guy who said it or Stevie?
Stevie Wonder.
Okay, you gotta define your point.
I apologize.
If you're ever gonna make it as a trial lawyer, you gotta really.
And I think he will. I do.
I do too. For himself. I wish to represent myself. I'm throwing myself on the mercy of the court.
Man, I've never heard that about Stevie Wonder. I didn't know he was more like legally blind.
Yeah, I think if anything, he's just colorblind.
What a joke. Stevie Wonder, I mean.
I know he's specifying everything.
Yeah, I don't think I made myself clear. I'm saying I'm the innocent one, not the cop. There's a great piece up on the iBang about these two middle-aged black guys that just refused to give this cop their license, and there was nothing that he could do about it. But here was the deal. He was checking on them and running the tags because they were at Nordstrom's and they spent $1,000.
Oh, God.
That ever happened to you, Earl?
What, shopping while black? Yeah, it's happened to me a lot.
What do you mean shopping while black?
That's what they call it. They're like,
I didn't know this.
You get harassed basically for doing an everyday thing. So if you have...
They follow you from aisle to aisle.
They follow you from aisle to aisle. And then when you buy something, if you, God forbid, you have a credit card, and they'll check the credit card. They'll call the credit card company. They'll do the whole thing. Like, wait,
no,
what?
He swears it's his card. No, it matches his license. There's something wrong here. Shopping while black.
Yeah, the shopping while black for a while when, what was those cars? Lexuses were big.
Yeah.
You would pull over for driving while black.
I never heard any of these things. I thought we were in a post-racism world.
Hardly.
No.
But this was great because he was asking for ID. They were saying, let's see your ID. How do I know who you are? And you could tell these are two middle-aged dudes that had nothing to worry about. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Now, what was really funny, I mean, the whole thing, all right, just do it while so you can see how annoying the cop is.
For what?
Because I told you to.
You haven't have a reason, sir. You didn't pull me over. But you didn't pull me over.
Get the license out or I'll hit for a backup and I'll take you out of the car.
Call your
driver's license.
Call your supervisor, sir.
Get your driver's license out right now.
Call your supervisor.
Get
Please
your
call your supervisor. Because
I'm not calling the
you're not
supervisor.
pulling me over neither.
You get your driver's license out right now. Show me ID.
Call your supervisor. What do you need my ID for, sir?
Well, because you want to run your mouth to me.
No, because you was looking at my license plate for what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run
that doesn't mean anything.
That
doesn't mean anything.
I'll pull you over and I'll tow your car.
I've never
You can't tow
seen
my
a
car.
cop less in
You're not
control.
pulling me over.
License
You're not
out.
pulling me over.
Stop it for a second. Yes, right away.
Yeah.
He's just not used to anyone saying it. And like I said, these are two guys, they're in their 40s. They got a backseat full of shoes. You know
They're
what I mean?
fine. They're like,
Yeah.
everything is okay.
They're
And this
we're
guy's
at
like...
Nordstrom's. So, I mean, this thing is 17 minutes long. I watched the whole 17 minutes. But the funny thing is like he calls, a guy comes, a cop comes, and he takes this guy behind the car, and he's like, well, you just can't ask, do you have any reason that you're asking for this? And he didn't. And he goes, and we cannot, we don't have any grounds to do this.
Right.
And this guy had to go back to his car.
Oh,
And then that guy came around and talked to him. And I'm like, okay, for everybody who's like anti-cop, there's also just a level-headed cop that shows up at the end. And this dude has a shaved head and everything. You would think he'd be the bad guy cop.
Totally.
And the older guy would
He's
be
got the glasses that you would, the stereotype
Everything
that I'm
about
always
him.
like racist
And he's like,
glasses.
yeah, I understand. No, he really didn't have any reason to do that. But, the cops have to be trained in that shit now because you could get hit with a lawsuit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it would never even occurred to me to say, hey, let me see your ID. Or
Yeah.
I don't really have to show you my ID. I got caught driving while white, Earl. I don't know whether you've ever dealt with that. I was pulled over, given a glass of champagne and 2 appetizers. Or appetizers, as he said.
And then you were like, what about the amuse-bouche?
Yeah. And he said, I give my license. He goes, I don't mean to bother you, Mr. Bennington. I just want to find out if you had any trouble with black people today, or is everything okay? And I go, you know what? It's been an easy day for me. I appreciate it. And this champagne is there a rosé in here? It's got a pink taste to it. So that's happened to you, Earl?
Yeah. Oh God. My brother and I, it always happened all the time when we would go clothes shopping.
My brother, you mean your friend?
No, my brother.
I'm trying to keep up, Earl. I don't know everything.
My brother,
okay? I don't get
blood
cable.
brother.
I don't
He's
even
trying
watch.
to be woke, Earl.
Yes, he is.
He's your blood brother?
My blood brother.
That's a different thing than an actual brother. You know what a blood brother is, right? You and some kid at school prick your fingers and then rub them together. That's a blood brother.
I'm sorry, a family brother.
By the way, I grew up in a time where we called it something different. Indian blood brothers.
Really? Why that, I wonder?
They said that Indians did it, but I think as the years went by, we're like, that's not
It's
true.
just made up completely.
You want to be Indian blood brothers? I'm like, I do. I just don't like the idea of our blood rubbing together, with AIDS and everything. And then they were saying it wasn't dangerous because your blood can't flow into each other's bodies. You know what I mean? It doesn't go back in.
Right.
Still. I mean, you see the way people are. If someone shakes their hand, they're soaking themselves in Purell.
Like, remember, like, the big fear for some reason in the late 80s, early 90s is, like, toilet seats? Like, as though you could just get it from a toilet seat.
AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were people who thought all different kind of things. It was not a time where people reacted the way that you would hope that people would react. They just went in pure fear. And I remember even with Magic, there was guys who was like, I don't want to play ball with him because what if he gets some blood on me?
Yeah. Didn't they, was it in an Olympics where they, like, drained a pool because somebody, like,
shit in it, I think. I think somebody shit in it. I mean,
that was Caddyshack. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I always get the Olympics
Yeah.
and Caddyshack mixed up.
The funny thing, it was just a Baby Ruth.
Duty!
By the way, what's in a Baby Ruth? I would never bite into
It's
that.
very nutty,
The
it looks
nuts.
like.
Nuts and what,
Nougat?
though? Nougat? But what's the thing? Is it chocolate? Is
Chocolate
it caramel?
exterior. I think nougat interior with nuts.
No, what do you consider nougat?
It's whatever that fluff is that's
Like
in, like, a Milky
like
Way.
a Three Musketeers
Yeah,
fluff.
yeah, not Milky Way. Three Musketeers, exactly.
I'd like to get to the bottom of what exactly that stuff is. George, Michigan. What's up, buddy?
Hey, George.
After that cop did that, he got fired the next day.
Yeah, I figured this is another problem for cops is people having cameras. Like the
Right,
cop
he
did
got-
not come off good.
Yeah.
No, and he got fired the next day after
Yeah.
that from his police department.
So did you watch the whole thing, George?
Yes, I did.
I think the second cop showing up and was just like chilling him, like,
Yeah.
you got it. He didn't even go back to the car. He goes, "You're free to go free." He was stopped back to his car.
Yeah.
Right, he did the right job. He did
Yeah.
what he was supposed to do. With the other cop would just harass him.
Yeah. And that cop, by the way, was off duty and working at Nordstrom's. So he could have
Right.
lost 2 jobs that day.
Right.
Right.
Very probable.
Yeah.
I don't think cops should be working privatized after at another job because that's what they do. They still act like they're a cop.
Well, I will say this. Almost all the cops in New York work a second job. A lot of them work bars or just even. I know guys who work security for.
Yeah, bouncers and security and.
But I mean, the kind of security that looks like an Arab guy will come into town, and then they're assigned to him for 2 weeks. And these guys are spending like $1 million a week, and then you follow them around, and then you're also going getting them into restaurants and stuff. There's a lot of money in it.
Yeah. Wow.
But
that's weird.
yeah, I've known a couple who've done it, but they were still cops during the daytime too.
Yeah.
The problem is like you can't say to people you can't make extra money.
Right.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Pay them better.
Yeah, but I don't know how much you can pay them to keep up with those Arabs.
Hey, Lisa, you're on Bennington. Lisa,
how we lose you?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. My cheek hit the...
That's okay. So you were just
sorry.
yelling at us and we couldn't hear
hello.
you. God damn it, Ron!
So, you were not confused. There was a pool that needed to be drained because the diver, Greg Louganis?
Oh yeah, I remember Greg
Hey,
Louganis. He was
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, so he hit his head on the diving board and bled into the pool.
Now he didn't have a disease though, right?
HIV.
Yeah, he did.
While he dove,
Yeah. So then because
he was
they
in the Olympics with AIDS.
I think it was an
Yeah.
Olympic meet. If not, then it was like a qualifier or something
maybe
like
it
that.
wasn't. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was.
All right, we're gonna run this whole thing down because it sounds like you guys are just spreading rumors.
No, me and Lisa know what we're talking about.
All
Thank
right.
you, Lisa.
That's right, Kaylee.
Chris,
That's right.
Chris wants to get the answer, but he doesn't want to pay the LA Times
There
for
you
it.
go. It's gonna be $2.
Ooh. All right, go ahead, read the what's the title there?
This is Blood in the Water. The moment it went horribly wrong for Greg Louganis.
I remember he hit his head, and I remember him bleeding, but I don't remember that he was sick then, because he's still around now, right? We still have Greg Louganis, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He
I'll
was
find out.
so popular. I mean,
Yeah.
he was. He was head and shoulders above all the other divers of his era. You know, a lot of people were calling him the Ron Bennington of divers. I called him that, and I forced 2 other people to say it.
So Earl,
Well-
you're not finding that the pool was ever drained or anything like that?
Nothing saying that
We'll
about
look
the
at
pool was drained.
All
All right,
right.
you guys keep looking.
Hey, Deller in Spokane.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Good.
How's it going?
It's going really well. Heading to work.
What can we do for you, buddy?
Oh, I just wanted to give you a little factoid. My friend lives over in Portland, Oregon, a very liberal area, supposedly. He just informed me the police department had got in their annual audit, or I don't know how often do they do that, but apparently 56% of all the pullovers were black people. Guess how much of a black population is in Portland, Oregon?
I didn't know there was anybody.
Yeah.
What population?
6%.
What? How much?
6%.
6%.
6%.
And
So
why are black people
56%
such
get
bad
pulled over.
drivers? That they're
It's got to be that.
yeah.
Well, they definitely like to drive fast.
Yeah.
And then God knows they don't want to obey the rules of the road. I know this because my father always complains about black people on the road all the time.
So you agree that they should be pulled over?
I don't think they should be pulled over just for having a nice car or just for the
Well, you
sake
just said that they're bad drivers.
of. Well, they speed. They definitely speed.
That's what we're talking about. I mean, where are you heading to? You're away
I'm
from
not-
a bank robbery?
I don't play bumper cars on the road, but I'm just saying that you shouldn't be pulled over for having a nice car, which has happened.
Yeah, but
a
if the
lot.
nice car's going 90, you got to pull them over.
No, there's been cases where they've been doing the limit and just getting pulled over. There was the one case in I think at the New Jersey Turnpike. They were coming out of the toll booth and got pulled over, and then
Well, we
guns
could
were
all
drawn.
find one weird specific thing, you know?
All right, so Louganis got diagnosed with HIV 6 months before the Seoul Olympics. His blood did get into the pool, but he didn't tell anyone it was HIV positive, so the pool was never drained.
Pool was
That
never
was
drained.
just like a rumor. I remember hearing that, like
Me
that they
too.
drained the pool.
Now, I had heard a story once, and I'm not even making this up. Sammy Davis Jr. was headlining a Vegas hotel. He swam in the pool, and they drained the pool. And this is without thinking that he was sick or anything. Now I'm wondering if that was another bullshit. story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sounds like they like to.
It also happened to Dorothy Dandridge. She dipped her toe into the pool and just flicked the water into the air, and they cleared the room. They cleared the pool and drained it.
what year was that?
This was late 50s.
Where did it take place? Vegas?
Vegas.
Man, Vegas is fucking racist back then.
Mm,
You know?
yeah. When it comes to pools, anyway.
Yeah.
Right, the Smithsonian magazine saying the Sammy Davis Jr. story is true.
Oh, Smithsonian, we're going to believe it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's one
100%.
hell of a research group there.
I mean, that's not Ripley's, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's something to believe.
I saw that Vito sent in the picture of the monkey with the human face a full 24 hours after we talked about it.
Yeah.
That's why I know he doesn't pay attention to our show.
I was thinking maybe he was not present.
No, he was here. He was here. He actually even,
Chimed
I
in.
remember he chimed in. He goes, "That's one ugly monkey." And I go, "No, that's not the point.
I was not in the room when that happened.
You were in the room.
I was not in the
You
room.
were making like monkey things and you were
yeah.
scratching under your
You were.
armpits.
You're misremembering this.
No, you are.
You're not remembering it at all and you're still sending it in.
That was bad, but I was not in the room when you guys talked about
But what
that.
about today? You fucking sent in a story that the headline was Lindbergh has landed. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know how old this is, Vito?
He's very behind.
You know his problem, he's fucked up with love.
Yeah.
I like
lovesick.
to keep my producers single.
Yeah.
Single and hungry. I don't want them dating. I don't want them having a personal life. I don't want to hear like, "Oh, I'd like to do that, Ron, but I can't. My girlfriend's mad at me, so I got to go get roses for her." Or the pot
And that's a
roast.
direct quote from Chris.
Chris had to go out to get a pot roast because he had made his girlfriend mad.
Yeah, I didn't know where I was going to get
She
this pot
loves
roast, but I had to
pot
find
roast.
one. Can't get enough of it.
She's still doing the chicken thing? Is that his side?
No, that's over with.
Failed, huh?
It's
Another
sold.
fucking failure of her life. One after another.
Chris and then
Very
chicken.
successful.
So her stuff is real estate?
No, now she's in another startup.
My God. just
Yeah.
one
That's
after
how the
another.
youngsters are.
She's
She's
just
just
in this-
bouncing around. One
Yeah.
thing to
That's
the
that's startup culture.
I
is
write that because I
crazy.
know you never like to say what she does because people look it up, I guess.
Doxing.
All right. Yeah, they dox.
They are.
Wait, is doxing when they find out your real name?
Yeah.
Okay. I never know. I thought that was putting two cocks together.
Well, they'll never get Kitty Cat. I know that.
No.
And that is her given name, Kitty Cat.
This is the industry. It would be
All right, because this is what he writes, and I have no idea what that
yeah.
word means.
in. Yeah.
I guess that's
Like in
prostitution.
No, that's not the word. That's nowhere near it.
Your handwriting is very bad.
It's very bad.
Okay, got it. Hey, Brandon in Georgia, you're on Bennington.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I was just saying, like, I'm an automotive technician at BMW, and so because if we worked on a car somewhere else and there was a problem, it could be an issue. We're allowed to have a second job, but we're not allowed to work on cars at all. So, like, the whole thing with cops, I'm not sure about up there, but a friend of mine is a SWAT team out of Atlanta, and he can do some jobs, but he can't do others. He has to clear it with his
I
supervisor.
didn't know that. I know in New York, you just you catch as catch
Yeah,
can.
But
and the thing is because let's say you're protecting, somebody that's down here, and then there's a shootout, and now you're testifying against the police, but you're a cop. You know what I'm saying? That's how he explained it to me. Is
Right.
So it has to be cleared everything. So I just think that's
It sounds like
kind
Georgia has good rules there.
Well, the thing is, they don't have a strong police union like we have in New York. You know what I
Right.
mean? That police union would say exactly what you said. Then you owe him money.
Mm-hmm.
If he can't work on his time off. But there's all kinds of different security jobs that are real high end that you can do in New York. Well, even here, I think everyone who works security here is a retired detective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they want that head. They want.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want somebody who's just pushing people like back away, please. You know what I mean? They want somebody that can read the crowd,
Right.
figure it out.
You don't want a hothead, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
And like when we do stuff, is there security tonight?
Yeah, there'll be security night. Yeah.
Now, this is what's always funny to me about that. So We're going to go to the stand. I'm doing the unmasked. But, I'll hang around later and the security leaves. I'm at the stand
on
all
your
the time at the cellar. I'm never in danger.
At your own risk.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't ever even like to bring that up because I know somebody's getting paid to do that,
Right.
Gotta make that money.
You're like, hey, this could be a way we cut corners. Thanks, Ron.
I know. When I'm walking in Earl, I'll go like this to security. Behind me. Has been following me. Walking while black, girl. Walking while black.
It's a thing, Ronnie.
What percentage of the nation do you think is racist, Earl?
I'm gonna be conservative and say 30%.
Yeah, you are being conservative.
That is
Yeah.
100%.
What percentage of liberals do you think are racist?
10%.
10%.
10%.
So that puts you at 50% for conservatives?
I think conservatives are probably in, I think 60.
Okay. So
Change
you
the
gotta
numbers.
work on your numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Now,
You're not thinking about non-political people.
what percentage of the alt-right do you believe is racist?
100.
KKK, what percentage?
1,000.
That's not
100.
Okay, 100. What percentage of compound media do you think is racist? I'm only kidding. Don't answer that. I'm joking because we're all friends, Earl. I'd love to go on that show with you. Have you espouse some of your percentages. Show up with the calculator. Just go through it. Let's pick a state. What percentage of Rhode Island is racist?
10%.
10%.
Oh, they're
fucking
nice
low.
there.
Yeah.
Why don't you move there?
No, I don't know the state at all. So.
What? It's
Small.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
When you say 10%, that means two guys. Two guys are racist in the whole state. What percentage of Mississippi you think are racist?
50.
Including Mississippi blacks? Or is that...
I would just say
Straight up.
Yeah.
The
straight
whole
up 50%.
population. I actually think that's
Alabama?
A little
What percentage?
70.
Wow.
low. So,
We're racist.
every white, for sure. That's 100%.
Everybody but Charles Barkley. I'm going to tell you the truth. I find myself dreaming about moving to the South.
Do you?
And not like Florida. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the real
deep,
South. Yeah.
real South.
Just break it up a little bit.
Okay.
You know?
What are you going to do there?
Oh, I guess I'll open up some kind of used parts thing.
They do need parts.
I guess I could be a cop, a racist cop.
It's easy enough. Dan in New York.
Hey guys, I moonlight on the side, locksmithing, and I had to rekey a house that was just got sold, and the person that bought the house was an NYPD officer, and he was watching me do my work, and he said, "Man, I wish I could do that." And I said, "It's not that difficult." And he goes, "No, you don't understand. As an NYPD officer, I can't work in a bar, bounce, own a bar, locksmith, and they're very leery on security work."
I'm telling you, a lot of them do it. A lot of them do
Really?
it. Yeah.
I couldn't believe the locksmithing thing. That just blew my mind.
I think they might be fucking with your friend. You know what I mean? I think and besides, she really wants to be a locksmith. It's too hard to make.
You're
How
on,
am I supposed to
No,
make a
locksmith-
fucking key?
and you're on
Yeah.
call. Like you see all those things.
Locksmithing is easy work, and it's fast money.
I know this. I had a locksmith on my block.
Uh-huh.
He went broke.
Wow.
Went broke.
Yeah.
So we don't have that guy anymore. It's really annoying to me.
He should have started stealing people's keys.
Here's the thing. He made keys,
Uh-huh.
and it was cheap to get your keys made there. And then he also sold previously owned shoes. I'm not even making that
Old
up.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't see why that would ever go out of business.
One day I'm going down, I don't know what he was, some kind of Eastern European. He had a big mustache, right? So I'm walking down my block. He sees me, he comes running out. He's got a pair of shoes. He goes, "You wanted these shoes, right? You wanted these shoes." I go, "I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't wear pre-owned shoes." He's panicking, he's screaming. I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." I start to walk away. He's grabbing at my wrist.
What?
I go, "All right, I know that, we're on the same block, but you can't fucking grab my wrist, dude." Next day, his business was gone. He was having some kind of a freak out, like if I just sell everybody's shoes. And then I felt terrible. I said, I should have fucking given him $100. If he would have just said, I'm going out of business, can I have $100? I'd have given it to him. You know, but instead he's screaming at me, and he's got these old shoes. It looked like you just polished them.
It's a manic breakdown.
There's a guy in that same fucking place. He is a hairstylist. No one that he's a hairstylist for speaks English. He doesn't seem to speak English. None of his clientele speak English. They're all getting their hair done big. They're like some kind of Eastern European thing.
Yeah.
Looks nice though. They hang around like it's
Place with the dog in the window.
yeah.
Yeah. And the dog has a great haircut.
The dog does, and then I'm always doing that joke. I'll open up the door and go, "How much is that doggy in the window?" And like he doesn't speak English, so he just yells, "Out! Out!" I go, "You get out."
You guys have fun with it, though.
Yeah, you fuck around a little bit, you know, you have a good time. Normally, everybody on my block's hopped up on coffee.
Hey, JT in Georgia.
Okay. I'm sick and tired of this, guys. Mississippi, I grew up there for most of my life, right?
Yeah.
And I believe it gets such a bad rap as being one of the most racist states. And
Apparently
I'm
the
sure
most.
it has its past. Yeah, according to Earl's math, impeccable math, may I point out, but it really, and I live in Georgia now, I live in Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, a lot of different areas. I find it to be probably one of the least racist states from my personal experience.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't lived anywhere that isn't racist, though, JT. Let's be honest. Now, here's
Well, it is,
all right. Let's suppose we were playing password. Mississippi.
Racist.
No, it's Mississippi Burning. That fucking movie scared everybody so much. People didn't want to go to Mississippi after that.
It's one and the same.
But I've been down Mississippi. You know, I had relatives there. There's something really haunting and nice about it, though. I like it.
It is pretty.
Yeah, they get poor though. There's some sections that are really
Yeah.
poor, like country poor. To me, that seems even sadder than city poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could go through Newark and I'm being like, well, there's a sense of community here. You know
There's
what I mean?
infrastructure.
They have
Right.
each other.
They have each other. You know, they're doing. I don't know what it is, but country poor makes me sad when I see it.
It's
you know?
really fucking depressing.
That and when a locksmith is trying to sell you old shoes, and if you don't buy them,
Oh, yeah.
not only
Terribly
the guy's
depressing.
going broke. Not only don't I buy them, but I'm telling him to get his fucking hand off my wrist. That's haunted me ever since. And that's the day that I decided, you know what? I'm going to do as Jesus do. And that's what I've done ever since then.
Really?
I've been exactly the same. I always think to myself, what would Jesus do?
You do it exactly the same. That you could even say, "What would Ron do?" At this point.
That's what I hope people in the future are going to say when the book of Ron comes out. And then, you know what else I hope they say? I wonder who wrote the book of Ron. Who did that song? You know who's going to write to me and tell me? Ken Shane. He tells me every music thing me and you get wrong.
I want to say
He's
Dion.
an encyclopedia of music. Who?
Dion and the Belmonts?
Yeah, the Belmonts. Let's look it up. Book of Love is what we're looking for. Not the writers, the recording artists, and then we'll go to writers after that. What do you got?
I have the Monotones.
Monotones. Those guys sounded terrible.
TJ in Texas.
Yeah, so I lived in Colorado for 9 years, and that was the most racist place I've ever lived. And I grew up in Texas. That's saying a lot.
Well,
There's
I would.
people up there who
You know what
who
makes
never
them
even
so
saw
racist?
an African.
Skiing. Skiing will
yeah.
get people racist.
And the cold, you know.
Yeah. When you get cold, you're like, what the fuck is that black guy doing over there? You know? Feeling the
I
heat.
think that it doesn't surprise me just because of the ignorance, like the lack of living in a community. It's predominantly white, so I feel like they're just not used to it. Like I have a friend from Colorado, and she will say things that you're like, oh, you should know not to ask that question of someone. You know what I mean?
Like, do you have a tail?
She asked another friend of ours where she was from originally, because she's Asian descent, but
Right.
she's clearly an
So-
American. She's lived here. They're multi-generational here, and she's like, "Where are you from?" And she was like, "Oh, I was born in Virginia." And she's like, "No. I mean, like, where are you from?" And she's like, "Virginia." And she's like, "No, where were you born?" She's
Burma. Okay, lady, is that what you're after?
like,
I'm from Burma. I came over here, some kind of a weird straw boat.
so yeah, I would just say more ignorance
Earl.
can lead that.
Who do you think gets worse racism? Asians or blacks?
Blacks.
Jews or blacks?
Blacks.
You think blacks are number one then?
Yeah. Without question.
How about Jews or light-skinned blacks? Who do you think gets more racism? Really light-skinned, like Holly Berry.
Like blue-eyed
Yeah.
too.
I will say light-skinned blacks. Because they get it from everybody, including black people.
Well, black people are racist, huh?
The color thing is pretty bad. It's still bad.
I didn't know that. There was a kid in my school. He was black and Vietnamese. And his nickname from the black kids, because he hung out with the black kids, was a word that could get Shane Gillis knocked off of
Yeah.
SNL. The CH word that we don't use anymore.
Yeah.
And then they said, they go, oh, you guys are going to
Not like what's happening here. Somebody calls somebody's state racist, and then somebody calls in to
Great.
defend their state. So
Good.
here's Andy from
I
Colorado.
love state pride.
Hey guys, love your show.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Andy, before you say anything, there's a black guy here.
That's totally cool. I
wow.
grew up in Denver, born and raised, and I've never even heard anybody use the N-word.
Never once in your life.
No, not once in my life. Not like in my company. I've seen it on TV, but
Which
you know,
show?
we're like one of the most
Not
accepting.
network.
I think it was like Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee.
Oh, yeah. That's Gail's neighborhood.
It is.
All right, so you feel better
we
now,
have, like,
Earl? About Colorado?
I've heard mixed things. I have friends of mine that have been there for 20 plus years, and
Okay,
they've
but-
heard mixed things.
now that we've had two up against each other, who do you pick, Mississippi or Colorado? Who's more racist?
I'm still going Mississippi.
But you think that Mississippi's even less racist than Alabama?
More than Alabama, and Alabama's up there.
Who do you think is more racist? Alabama or my in-laws? You might be shocked by this answer.
Yeah. Let's see if you get it right.
I'm going to go with Alabama.
You just lost, Earl. You were the champion for a long time, though.
No.
And believe me, they're half Italian, so what are they talking about, right? What are they talking about, Earl? Oh, you feel like you have to deal with racism every day?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It's still
That's sad.
like, hey, trying to and you've witnessed this when we tried to hail a cab. Still happens.
Yeah, but that was 20 years ago, Earl.
No, it still happens. I got an Uber account now because I just got frustrated getting.
Just now, you could have taken my code. Give me some
Like
fucking
I got
points.
so frustrated trying to hail a yellow cab.
You should go around to black
Hey.
people, try to sign them up for Uber.
Do you have Lyft? If not, I'll give you a code. It gets
No,
some
I have
discount.
one too.
I have Juno.
Oh, sorry. That is donezo. All right, so we had people calling in defending their state. Now we have someone turning on their own. Pat in New Jersey.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey.
Hey, I went to school in the South, in North Carolina. I'm born and raised in New Jersey. When I went to North Carolina, the topic of racism came up, and I had been there about a month. And I said, New Jersey is more segregated than the South is. Everybody looked at me like I had 50 heads, and it's true. Because like Ron just said, you go to Newark, it's all minorities. You go down by me, Asbury Park, the minorities are in their own little spots, and there are basically nowhere else.
All right, thanks. And New Jersey is, I would put it as the top of racist, because look at Bon Jovi. He's never had a black guy in his fucking band.
That seems purposeful, right?
Yeah. Now, I brought it up, and they were like, well, yeah, but look at Earth, Wind, and Fire. I can't get in that band. I was like, okay, you got a point. I don't know what to do now. I remember because I was on the beginnings of when I was a kid, the busing and trying to get people together, right? So we have this thing in school where the teacher, and what we had then was like teachers that went to school in the 1960s. So they were like crazy liberal, right? Like, hey kids, we want you to feel like this is your pad. You know what I mean? And we were like, oh, really? Then I'm leaving. You know what I mean? Like, they had too little control. They wanted too little control. So, we have to do this thing. And what would you do if you were suddenly of a different race? We had to write down like a thing about it. And then the teacher would read it out loud. And everybody was, this kid. And I'm not just trying to be fucking stereotype here. He was a Southern kid who moved to our fucking place. So that he wrote, if he was a different race, he would just kill himself. So the teacher has to read that out.
Oh, God.
And like everyone starts laughing. And the teacher's like, hey, I'm glad this came up. Because, this gives us a place to start. You know what I mean? Like, at least this person's being honest. And he goes, I'm not going to ask which one of you guys wrote it. And we're all like, he fucking wrote it right there. And he was like, are you just saying that now because he's from the South? And everyone's like, no, I'm saying that because he showed us this paper. That kind of stuff where you try to get people together. I don't even know if anyone even tries to do that anymore. People will not talk about that kind of shit at all.
Well, yeah, the whole I don't see color thing is just as dangerous.
Yeah, it's slowed everything down.
Yeah. Or that you can't ask questions. I think that there's a balance where you have to feel like you can ask somebody questions about their race, their culture, their heritage, their religion, without feeling like that person is, being aggressive or judgmental or...
Well, here's the other thing. I think that you end up seeing how much we are alike, but first you have to look at the differences. You know what I mean? Like an Italian family and an Irish family, are they different? Yeah. But then you see how different those things are similar. You know what I mean? You can see your differences are similar. Like, oh, we still do these things, but one family does it this way, one family does the other. But at the end of the day, it's still about family. It's still about tradition and all that. You can't just act like, well, there's no difference at all. Because there is.
And also, kind of like what you were saying, there's no, like, teachable moments because somebody who thinks something that is bigoted in some way or racist in some way, then that person's evil.
He's attacked.
And so that person never learns that what they've said hurts somebody because then they immediately go on the defense. Like, I'm not a bad person, and now they feel like they have to defend themselves.
Right.
So, even if you think like, wow, what an asshole, what a shitty thing to think, there's nobody who feels like, well, let's see how we can teach that person.
That's because it takes a moment to, get to that point. Like, no matter what your thing is, you got to figure out how that person got to that point. You know what I mean? Was it something that was taught? Was it their own experience? Like, some people could be... I mean, look how many people were, like, bit by a dog or something and now will never fuck around with a dog again for the rest of their life. And you try to tell them, that's rare.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of good dogs, But they have this thing because something happened once. And a lot of times with people, something happened with a kid. Like with Earl, he experienced racism when he was a young kid, but he still goes around white people. You know what I mean? He doesn't like. Some people go, no, I won't go around that again because of this thing that hurt my feelings.
Right.
Yeah, like my exposure to it was going to school. We got bussed in.
We were doing busing too.
My sisters were first wave. This was like early '60s. God knows what they went through. They had to go.
They definitely were not getting bussed in the early '60s. They didn't even attempt that then. It was like a late '60s, '70s thing.
No, they were. I mean, it was bussed into like a heavily Jewish Italian neighborhood because.
Oh, I thought you were going to be with white people.
Yeah, because
but that wasn't the kind of busing that was like done on purpose. You know
no,
what I mean?
that was done on purpose because we were 5 blocks away from, what was it, PS 143?
Yeah, but was that school filled or something? Like there used to be those kind of things, but then by the 70s, because Earl's talking pre-civil rights, and I have a hard time believing that was forced busing. You know what I mean? He might have come from, and maybe Queens was out in front of it, but it was really like a later 60s thing than early 60s. Into the 70s. You know, one of the worst places that used to deal with that? Boston.
Really?
Boston had fucking terrible problems when the busing started. Because a lot of people were just pissed that their kid was going to be in a bus for a long time. And another thing, it just brought up, you know, just basic racist things.
Right.
Your mom was kept home from school.
I know.
Yeah, there's video.
I jumped on the bus stuff.
Yeah, there's video, I think, one from, I think it's Rosedale, here in the city, and the hostility is just, I mean, it's borderline riots. We're breaking out.
Yeah. Well, at least we fixed it now, you know?
Well, everything's better.
We got Obama and Buttigieg. Now they're saying no black people will vote for him. Like, he's killing it. He's killing it in Iowa. He's killing it in New Hampshire. Then you get to South Carolina, which is a lot of blacks in the Democratic Party, and not interested.
Well, it's funny because black people in Indiana, they have their reservations, you know, from his town. They didn't vote for him either. So they're like...
Because he's gay.
No, they just thought they think he's just like a quiet closet racist. I don't know about the whole, you know...
No, there's no one ever said he was a quiet racist. They say he's gay.
But they always brought up policy, and they were just like, this is he had anti-black policies in South Bend.
So you think there's no way he'll make it to be president?
You know, I keep counting the guy out, and he keeps hanging in there. I don't know what he's doing.
White people. He appeals to white people. Because they like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like saying, I vote for a gay guy.
Did you watch last night at all? The debate?
I caught stuff after.
Yeah.
I don't like debates. I've never watched any of the debates. I think they're a waste of time.
I always watch them, and then they, you know, it's always just silliness, but...
Well, I've said this before. It has nothing to do with the job. You might as well have them playing ping pong. A president does not debate. He doesn't debate other countries. He doesn't debate his
And there
cabinet.
are people who are good at, you know, those moments.
The lawyers.
Like Kamala Harris is good at it.
Right. Because she's trained to do that. I mean,
Yang is great at it because he's very personable. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't necessarily translate to anything, but he's just like, he's very comfortable. He has zippy answers. Meanwhile, like
yeah, but a lot of people don't like a good funny answer.
Right.
That, you know what I mean?
But I'm saying in the moment, he plays well to the audience. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to do that.
You know who doesn't play well like that is Biden because he's fucking like making old man mistakes.
Exactly. And I think everyone was missing Marianne Williamson and her grand answers. She was so entertaining. It's so sad that she's gone. Her psychic energy has left us.
You will do better. Why don't we break here? Bennington.
Dish Network has developed a new Dish voice remote, and now that it's got the Google Assistant built in, your favorite game day recliner becomes a total home command center. Just say the word, and the remote does the rest. It's awesome.
Want to know the backup quarterback stats? Ask the remote. Want to watch a different game? Just press the mic button on the remote and say Game Finder. It can even turn down the thermostat if you get into a heated argument about whether or not the receiver's knee was down before he got to the goal line.
The point is, if you want a remote that makes watching the game better, Houston, this remote has no problem. The Dish voice remote with Google Assistant, your TV, and a whole lot more are at your command. Dish tuned into you.
Voice functionality requires internet-connected hopper and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844, call Dish, visit Dish.com, find a local retailer near you.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show!
This is what happened on the last Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show.
See this photo I'm showing you right here, Jim?
Yeah, it's a sidewalk.
And what's on the sidewalk?
Wish it was your body.
No.
And chalk outline.
Then Travis and I would both be deceased.
You would miss us both, too.
Yeah, so much.
What's on the sidewalk?
And plus, that would be 80% of your friends dead.
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Live weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern. Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103.
Hi, this is Chris from Coldplay.
Their new album, Everyday Life, is almost here, and Chris Martin is taking you through it every hour, personally introducing you to the new music.
The main feeling of the album is about how I really think of us as one big family on Earth.
Coldplay, all weekend, starting tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, on the Spectrum, where classic rock meets new rock. Channel 28.
Tune in to the premiere broadcast of the Bennington Family Thanksgiving Show on Faction Talk, Wednesday, November 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.
Thanksgiving in New York City!
This year's show is the biggest ever, with comedy, games, and a special music performance. You don't want to miss it. The Bennington Family Thanksgiving is brought to you by Boll & Branch. Boll & Branch sheets are the softest, most comfortable sheets in the world. Get free shipping on BollandBranch.com.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to COO Dylan Miskowitz, who needed to hire a director of coffee for his company, Cafe Altura.
We would look through lots of applications for people who were not qualified. It definitely felt like we were looking for a needle in a haystack.
So Dylan started using ZipRecruiter and found his perfect candidate in a few days. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/SiriusXM.
We were very impressed with how quickly we had quality candidates apply through ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is a powerful tool in our hiring process.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/SiriusXM. That's ZipRecruiter.com/SiriusXM. ZipRecruiter.com/SiriusXM.
In honor of its 100th season, the NFL is inviting fans to partner with them, the players, and their favorite teams in NFL Huddle for 100. Now through February 4th, in support of the NFL's Salute to Service, we are encouraging fans to volunteer their time to honor our nation's service members. Visit NFL.com/Huddle4100 to learn how you can get involved and share your experience using hashtag NFL Huddle4100.
Ugh, my feet are so cold. I thought I heard someone's teeth chattering over here. Your feet are cold because you're wearing just ordinary socks. You should try what I'm wearing. Heat holders. They're the warmest socks out there.
How do they work? Do I need to put something in them?
No,
or...
no batteries, wires, or anything. Hold on, here, I have an extra pair. Try these.
Oh, so soft to the touch. The inside is cozy. Wow, yeah, these are warm.
I got some for my husband. He works in construction, and he loves them.
Heat Holders socks are the warmest thermal socks around. Independent lab tests prove it. We use a proprietary 3-stage process. Cashmere-like advanced insulating yarn, a long loop thermal pile brushed on the inside, helping trap warm air closer to your skin longer, keeping your feet warm, comfortable, and dry, making Heat Holders the softest, warmest, most comfortable socks guaranteed. Heat Holders will pamper your feet. We also have hats, gloves, throws, and more. Go to heatholders.com, use the code HOLIDAY, and save 15% off. Free shipping with any purchase of $25 or more. Use code HOLIDAY. Heatholders.com.
Bennington is back, and this is Faction Talk 103. It's the Bennington Show.
Hey, it's Mark Goodman. Everybody loves the holidays, gifts, lights, and the holiday music. And now you can turn on the joy at home with SiriusXM holiday channels on the Google Assistant. In the living room, you can just say, hey, Google, play holiday traditions on SiriusXM. Listen to Holly in the kitchen, country Christmas in the office. Whether it's holiday music, everyday music, talk, comedy, and more. You can hear it all at home on Google Assistant-enabled devices like Google Nest. Learn more at SiriusXM.com/November.
For years, you've been thinking about LASIK. You've been talking about LASIK. So now, it's finally time to get LASIK. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering LASIK starting at just $250 per eye. If you're nearsighted, farsighted, or even if you have an astigmatism, LASIK Plus can help fix your vision, starting at just $250 per eye. Our best price ever. So get rid of the daily hassles of contacts and glasses and enjoy the newfound freedom of LASIK from LASIK Plus. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com today and schedule your free LASIK exam. The LASIK Plus doctors are among the area's most experienced LASIK surgeons. So take advantage of this amazing LASIK Plus price today. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com. Results may vary. Restrictions apply. See details at LASIK250.com.
Warning. If you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-900-8407. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-900-8407. That's 1-800-900-8407. 1-800-900-8407.
Are you a business owner who needs working capital to help grow and support your business? Do you know where the money is going to come from? Have you been turned down from a local bank? If you need working capital and need it now, call Capitus. We provide up to $1 million in alternative financing to retailers, restaurants, hotels, and hundreds of different types of businesses. Unlike getting financing through a bank, our unique financing services are very flexible, with repayment plans customized to meet your needs. Our underwriting is extremely fast, allowing approval in as little as 1 day. It's totally stress-free. If you've been in business for at least a year, have an annual revenue of $150,000 or more with a minimum credit score of 550, pick up the phone and call now for a free no-obligation consultation to see what you qualify for. Dial 800-950-3788. 800-950-3788. That's 800-950-3788.
Get back in your fucking cells, inmates, because it's time for Warden Vito's Football Lockdown.
I'm Warden Vito, and welcome to this week's Football Lockdown. Your first lock. It's going to keep you fed up in that commissary. Broncos at Bills. You're going to take the Bills at -4. The Bills won last week, so my reasoning is that they're going to win again. They're going to win 2 weeks in a row because they beat the shit out of the Dolphins last week, and I won on that bet, so I think I'm also going to win on this bet. Lockdown! Steelers at Bengals. You're going to want to take the Steelers at -6.5, okay? The Steelers are good. The Bengals suck. The Bengals aren't going to win shit. You don't want to bet with the Bengals. You want to bet against them. So this week, you're taking the Steelers at -6.5. Lockdown! And your final lockdown. Your final pick. Cowboys at Patriots. The Patriots are home, So you're going to take them at -6.5. Because guess what? It's cold as shit in New England this time of year. The Cowboys, they play indoors. They're not used to cold-ass weather. They're going to suck in this game. So you're going to go with the Patriots at -6, lockdown. And now your lockdown roundup brought to you by Cup of Noodles.
The mostly noodle soup from Nation Foods.
It's Broncos at Bills. Bills -4. Cowboys at Patriots. Patriots -6.5. And Steelers at Bengals. Steelers at -6.5. That is your lockdown. You can now leave your cells.
I feel like I was in a cell.
Yeah.
Congratulations for bringing Cup of Noodles on board,
That's
too. That's
really
unbelievable.
big. Something Lockdown has never been able to accomplish.
Don't think that's real. It's not a real sponsor.
It's 100%
Yeah, I've
real.
had them before.
They're so
There's really
good.
noodles in a cup.
Yeah, I almost forgot about them.
I've enjoyed the product, but they're not sponsoring Lockdown.
You heard them in the thing. That
would
wasn't
be
me.
illegal.
What
You
is that?
got a lock down.
Awful song.
Love Lockdown. Love Lockdown.
It's no Bob Seger.
No, it's pretty catchy.
Chris
Also
sends
some
me
of
a thing about the. For some reason, it's always an annoyance. So how we're going to have to record it unmasked, right? I send them back a note, and he goes, "You're right. I'll fix it," and then sends me back the exact thing.
The same link.
Yeah. Same thing.
That was the wrong file, and I apologize. I just did it very quickly.
You realize that it's in hours, and that we booked this thing for months.
Yes.
And in hours before. Does this work? Give me a little piece of that. Or... Chris, is there anything on your mind today? I never asked you what's going on in your world.
Well,
and I'm serious about this
Okay.
for once.
Okay.
Could be anything you want.
Well, I saw this story. Brad Pitt has been seen hanging out with an actress that
Tell me it's Jennifer Aniston.
It's not Jennifer Aniston.
Is it Aaliyah Shawkat?
It is Aaliyah Shawkat.
What?
Maybe
How would you even know that?
Funke.
I've heard some rumors about the two
But
of them.
why wouldn't you just say, like, hey, I know who it is, so I'm going to let Chris finish his bit, whatever he had. Because when you said it, I was like, wouldn't that be fun? But now you're telling the truth?
Yeah.
Now you're saying hanging out with as if they're dating?
They've been seen together for months. People have been talking about that they've been seen together in public.
All right, can I just... I will just say this. Now, explain to everybody who she is.
Aaliyah Shawkat, she played maybe Funke on Arrested Development. She was the daughter of David Cross.
And then she had that other TV show where they were hipsters and
Yeah.
there was a murder that took place.
Yeah.
And
A few
she was
years ago.
solving it. So I will say this for Mr. Brad Pitt. And I mean, it was a lot of years ago that we had her on our show.
Yeah.
She is adorable. I see exactly where Brad Pitt's head is here.
Yeah, she's great. I remember the day she came in.
She acted like she was going to hang out with us from now on. She goes, this is the start of a friendship. We're all like, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Is it confirmed? Or is it still
there's
in rumor?
the pictures.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I
hanging
mean,
out.
at the very
They're
least.
standing feet away from each other.
Yes, but they're at places together.
Yeah.
Over and over and
Yeah,
over. So at the most, I mean, at the least, they're best friends.
Right. He's looking at her like certainly like he knows her well.
He's gunning her down with his eyes, is how I would put it. I mean, there's something going on
What do you
there.
think?
They're having sex on a regular basis, is what I'm saying.
Hey, Vito, I got a lockdown question that came in to us from Echo Orange. This hard-ass warden, right, that
Yeah.
runs lockdown?
Yeah.
Why does he open with, welcome?
Welcome, inmates.
And I think Echo Orange also works for Cup of Soup, so this is one thing you better take seriously. Now, what do you think of these two? Are they an actual couple? Why wasn't this on Dish yesterday?
I know.
I think he's just a dude who chills at home, watches Netflix, been watching Arrested Development, so now he just wants to hang out with her because he thinks she's cool.
I think it's more likely that he's watched her new show. That show's fantastic.
I don't know.
So good.
Got a little sad for me and scary.
Yeah. I mean, it did get dark. Very dark.
That's the word I should have said.
Yeah.
Look, I see what you're doing. You're acting like she's not handsome enough for Mr. Bradley Pitt.
Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
But I'm telling you, and this is even before we had Vito she's a very sexy, sexy woman, you know?
Yeah.
There's something about her, and certainly she's the type of person that both men and women would like to hang out with. I think your problem is that old freckles thing from when you were a little kid.
Oh,
I
boy.
see more picture of them together. So they're not saying they're a couple.
No, they're not.
If I was Angelina Jolie, I'd be going fucking
She's
crazy
probably
right
going
now.
crazy.
Because you know what? Brad looks like for the first time in his life, he could be himself. He's with that control freak Jennifer Aniston.
Yep.
He's with that control freak Angelina Jolie. Now he's with a fucking hip chick.
He's with Shawkat. She don't care what he does.
Smoking reefer all he wants.
Yeah, getting high as a fucking kite.
Does she have the stupid old school tat, the wire around the arm?
No. I think that's like a word or something on the back of her arm.
I thought she had the barbed wire around the arm. Perhaps the worst tattoo craze that ever went on.
Certainly up there.
Does Angelina Jolie have that?
She does.
She has the barbed wire?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Oh boy, now she's going to think that I'm picking against her. AJ, calm the fuck down. I was just talking about tattoos in general, not yours. Her dad is getting some kind of artistic American thing from President Trump.
Oh,
so a
good.
lot of people are complaining, like, yeah, it's only because he's a right-wing fuck or whatever. Let me say this to people. Is he right-wing? Yes. What's his name again?
Voight.
John Voight.
John Voight. Does he deserve a medal if you're giving out lifetime medals to actors? Absolutely.
Yeah.
This guy's been a fucking gas my whole life. My whole life. I've enjoyed John Voight.
He's fucking great. Everyone get off his dick for getting an award.
Well, you know, I know everything has to be political these days. And yeah, is Trump saying, get me a right-wing guy? Probably. But so what? He deserves an award.
I mean, if that's what he said, they got the
Yeah.
best one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's certainly, the talent stands up.
You ever see that movie, I think it was Runaway Train or something, with him and Eric Roberts? It was a 1980s movie.
I don't think I've seen it.
The dumbest genre movie. Two guys break out of prison. They get on a train. That's a runaway train. It's fucking great.
Really?
I mean, they talk about two guys who got a shit script and said, let's fuck this thing up. I think John Voight was even nominated for a fucking Oscar for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Voight and Roberts were nominated for Oscars.
I need shoes, Manny. I need fucking shoes.
Sounds great.
Both those guys I love.
Eric Roberts is the man.
Trump ain't giving him an award, though, is
He
he?
should.
No.
He should be giving out a Runaway Train Award.
Ratso Rizzo, you goddamn idiot. I fucking love that movie.
I know. I mean, that should be enough for an award. You
And
really
then
only
that
need
thing-
that one role.
That thing they just did on HBO where he's the bad dad and that family, he's the family of the fixer.
Oh, that's the dude's name.
Yeah, the dude's name. You're right.
Dude's name the show.
Anybody find out any more about Brad Pitt and
Nothing else. There's just been
maybe.
they've been seen together for months now, which I think they're definitely at the very least friends with benefits.
All right, I think that's too much to say. At the very least, they could just be friends.
no
period.
benefits?
No, there's
Just
What's the
regular friends.
Either they have a guy's hanging out with a girl, the benefits are going to happen sooner or later.
Exactly.
Here's
The
what I
Bennies?
would caption this and send it out, right?
Yeah.
Just right underneath of it, hysteria when you're near. And then put Def Leppard, I believe 1982. Hysteria when you're near.
It's like the way he's looking at
Look,
her.
only fucking Earl stuck his head in and
Yeah.
laughed. He literally had to lean around to show me
Yes,
somebody
I got
thought
you.
that was funny. Chris hasn't even tried to bring it up. Because
No.
what I'd like to do
He wants to silence it.
is put a video out with those two, with this song in the background. By the way, the video of the Creeps with Kids protest is up on our stories. Earl, what year was this?
I believe it was 1990.
This? We're just going by.
Oh, wait, hold on. Can you go back and just show him the people just dancing just a couple moments ago? Here, watch this dance move. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, those are people. There was no one
What?
dancing like that.
No, everyone else was like slow dancing, and they were just jamming out.
Yeah, I was off by a couple of years. It was 87.
Yeah, I figured it was off the same album as Animal. Was that Hysteria?
Yeah.
Giant fucking album. That's when I started radio. Who was that?
I have no idea.
This is the second day in a row that you don't know.
Vito, could someone find out who just walked into the studio with an on-air light?
And why?
Just make sure everything's, if they need anything. Sometimes people need stuff. He's not moving, is he?
No, he is. They're talking.
When you're near.
I bet Brad can't control himself around Shawkat.
So when I, that's why this album means everything to
Yeah.
me. He's got this hysteria.
Yeah. He
When
can't stop thinking about her.
When I started morning radio, I was never even a radio listener before that, right? And this fucking album came out. I mean, it blew the fuck up. It was gigantic. And I said to PD and my partner at the time, I go, listen, I got to ask you a fucking question. Because everyone's like, this show is going great, man. We're really, can tell, you can feel when the show works. I go, can I ask you a question? Why do we play fucking Animal at the same time every day? Who fucking... And they're like, oh, we do testing. I go, do we not have any other records? They go, I go, I'll bring some fucking great music from home. They're like, no. Music has to be tested. I'm like, tested on who? What are you talking about? I'm talking about great fucking music.
This test is a fail.
I go, if they think they like this band, wait till I bring the fucking Velvet Underground in. They're going to go crazy.
Beats, did you figure it out?
Yeah, he said, I have to fix the TVs. And I said, well, the on-air light was on. He said, yeah, I noticed that after.
Well, don't threaten them. It sounds like you're threatening. By the way, TVs are working perfectly.
They look great.
Yeah. I don't know what his deal is.
I think he was going to steal one of these TVs. Stereo. Do you think that Brad was just like, Chuck out of a binge and search party and I can't get you out of my mind?
Dude, I'm telling you, Ray Donovan is the name of the movie that fucking Earl won't give me the answer to. But I will, I don't even remember us taking this crazy picture with Ian Fine-Dance.
That looks so long ago. Those aren't even my glasses. Are those Chris's glasses? That looks like must have been
Wait,
like a
why?
year ago.
I'm wearing wacky glasses too. I never had those glasses.
Those are my turtle shell, fucking blue blockers.
He's like, I'm so excited to be back on Bennington show today at 4. I need prep on him. I don't know what he's up to. He's working a lot at the cellar. You know who else is? Guy we haven't had on forever. Greg Stone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Greg Stone has dodged us since the day that he called drunk. He probably thinks we're mad at him.
Oh my God, no.
Remember that day?
Oh yeah, he was plastered.
Yeah. He threw a couple back at 1
Well,
p.m.
why would I care whether he was drunk or not? And then, he used to do our Thanksgiving, and then he's never asked to be on again. And then, we never asked.
Yeah, let's
guests
reach
to
out to him.
I don't know. I don't think we should.
I think we
He's
should.
always reached out to us in the past.
He has.
I
That's
think
true.
we got to draw a line in the fucking sand here. Say, is that it?
A line in the
Greg
stone.
Wait, I thought we don't have a problem with him.
No, we don't. But I'm saying, why is he dodging us? Why wouldn't he say, look, that day that I called drunk, I hope I didn't come across them. We could go, no. He didn't at all.
it.
You were just blasted.
Yeah, we were laughing.
We were laughing at you.
Yeah, because
Not
you were
with you.
so liquored up in the afternoon. I get drunk on the air. It's fine.
Look, Hickman Bell is very excited that Ian's coming in.
Good.
So this show could really need a little pickup today. I didn't think that. He said it's too much of Earl being confused. A lot of black people mad at you today, Earl. Guess why?
Why?
You say black people speed instead of they got pulled over for no reason. You say black people drive fast. I'll tell you this. I've been racing in the street in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Never saw a black driver.
That's
the
true.
truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's the goddamn truth. I guess back in the old South when they were running moonshine in a Richard Pryor movie. I forgot what that was called.
Grease lightning.
Thank you, Earl. Remember that song? Go grease lightning, fuck around all the time. Hysteria when you're near. What a weird thing to say that. Send that to Brad in Shawshank Redemption. Is that her name? Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, Shawshank. Hey, Dave in San Diego. You're on Bennington.
Hey, guys. Hey, Gil, I'm sorry. I got to disagree with you on this. I really don't think that there's any boy over 15 years old, especially 50 years, is going to try and make friends with a female that there's no benefits involved in it. So at very least, Brad and her are friends with benefits.
You don't think that men have female friends?
No. Every friend, every man, in a way, wants to be out of the friend zone.
Can I tell you something though, Dave? It sounds like this is a gay cover that you're doing, because he does the lilt up when he talks.
I was thinking incel situation, but
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. He's an incel because he's not really as
okay.
attractive
Never
as you think.
thought of it that way.
You got friends that are ladies, right, Chris?
I guess I have friends with my girlfriend's friends, and Gail's a female that I'm friends with.
Would you let's
we have Bennies.
You
Jesus.
let's say one of your girlfriend's friends, right?
Yes.
The two of you guys end up having a lunch together, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then it starts to rain. You're like, we better get a hotel room.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. Yeah, get out of this water.
There's only one bed. There's not two beds. So you get in there, right?
Yeah.
Both of you are forced to share
Of course.
a bed.
Naked.
You try to put pillows in between you,
Sure.
make it classy.
Of course.
You don't think you're at least going to try?
Something's gonna happen, Ron. If I'm in that,
Yeah.
if I'm soaking wet in that bed in this rain,
Let's try to get out of this water.
it's terrible out here.
You know what?
watery.
I'm so wet now. I better try to dry my penis.
In your dry vagina.
I found another picture of Shawkat and, and Pitt, and it looks they're at dinner in this picture. This woman's just taking a selfie, trying to get them on camera, which is fucked up.
I can't believe this woman agreed to be part of this. She doesn't look the type that she was willing to trap.
Is that
Brad Pitt,
Biglia she's with?
in the upper left corner. Kind of looks like it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's him though.
That is him.
Oh shit.
Did you see Amy Schumer's Instagram and her,
No, let me see it.
everyone she was hanging out with the other night?
Oh, let me take a look. Let me guess. Her baby?
No,
And that
she was
husband of hers?
actually
chef husband.
She wasn't with her baby. Look at this crew that
that's
she's
cool.
hanging with.
All right. So J Law, I recognize.
Yes.
Now we're a member of the Talking Heads. David
Yes,
Byrne.
David Byrne.
And who's on the left?
On the far left, it's
Fleabag.
Fleabag, yeah.
Holy shit!
That's
Sucking down a Coors Light.
Drinking a Coors Light.
Love it.
It's a very cool crew she's running with.
By the
very
way,
eclectic.
Has Jennifer Lawrence ever looked that beautiful?
I know, she looks so sexy.
Stunning.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize Fleabag.
Yeah, I didn't recognize Jennifer Lawrence for a second. She looked very different. That
what way?
Hot, she looked better than she usually does.
Yes, because she's never fucking beautiful.
She's a real
You
dog.
caught yourself fucking being stupid, didn't you? We're not your girlfriend. You don't have to lie to us.
Yeah.
Whether someone's attractive or not. Chris is always like
I
this.
think she's ugly.
Yeah, she's a pig.
You know what I
pig.
hate? I hate her ugly tits. They're always in the way.
Disgusting ass.
You have
So
to say shit
curvy.
like that?
No, of course not.
What are you guys talking about if you were in a threesome with him? Do you, what will you
Which
go for first?
direction do you go? And it has to be one extreme or the other.
I will say this about Chris. He is so outgoing until the attention turns to him and you see your, I'm going to guess, a natural shyness?
Yeah, I was always very shy as a little kid. I guess I came into adulthood.
But
as
the
well.
weird thing is, you're not shy to pile on
No.
upon a person.
You know
like
why?
you.
Because no one's looking.
Yeah.
So when we're not looking, he'll yell out the grossest, craziest shit.
Horrible things.
But then we turn around and I just see him like, oh my God, everyone's looking at him. All right, this should go back about this. By the way, I love Fleabag.
It's
to
the
death.
fucking best.
No, I don't mean the show. I mean her.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about me, Fleabag, and of course David Byrne in a three-way. You may ask yourself. Jennifer Lawrence has got married too, right? No, is she married? Brad Pitt.
Oh
this
my
fucking
God.
guy's already fucking around with
Jesus
Shawshank.
Christ.
Shake.
Pitt, what are you doing?
He's
You know what's
living the
funny?
dream, man.
Amy's looking like she don't want to be there.
She's looking like, maybe she's looking like, can you just get this picture? This is pretty crazy.
I bet J Law is a bit much to go out with.
No.
I think
I think she's perfect.
I don't think so.
She's funny.
I bet she's funny. I bet
Yeah.
she's always falling down and shit.
She's so clumsy, and she's just like the rest
Now,
of us.
do you think those three girls are hanging out and they went to the David Byrne thing? Because this looks like one of those bars that's near Broadway.
Yeah.
It's got the old look about it.
Yeah.
Like it's a bar that's been there for 70 years.
Looks like it might be Jimmy's bar, which because of all the boxing shit. Because Jimmy's bar is right around
Yeah,
the corner.
I think
Put up a
it
picture
is.
of Jimmy's.
I think it is that. I'm pretty sure that's it.
It doesn't look exactly like it.
Is does she have more pics from the night?
You know what? It might be a back room, like a VIP room.
Yeah. Actually, it could be because there is like a back area. Oh yeah, I think this is Jimmy's because that's Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
Well,
do it.
that would be it.
Look,
You know,
Seinfeld
Jimmy's
is there,
at a different
too.
bar.
You guys haven't even noticed. It's Seinfeld. there.
Holy shit.
I was just looking at Jimmy. There's David Byrne again. I don't know
who the other guy.
Yeah, me either. On the far left.
Some jerk. Maybe it's her
Sure.
husband.
No,
Looks
it's
like
not
a
her
fucking
husband.
male model.
I guess he's hot.
It's definitely it's really not her husband.
That fucking Jimmy thing was hilarious. There's Jimmy. It's gotta be Jimmy.
No way, dude.
Oh wait, there's
Somewhere
Seinfeld
else.
also right next to
Jimmy gets around.
Now, here's the funny thing. In either picture, Amy doesn't look happy. She looks kind of tired.
Maybe
I can't believe
she's-
I'm out so late.
Yeah, maybe it's because she's a breastfeeding mom and everything is exhausting.
Well, all right.
Maybe she's just sitting there like, I'm not really able to drink and my boobs are really full.
So I know Amy and Jennifer Lawrence hang out, but you think that they've now added Fleabag to their
I don't
fucking
know.
crew?
It kind of looks like
'Cause
that.
this would be a good movie, right? The
I
three of them.
know.
Hell yeah.
And David Byrne.
Jennifer Lawrence almost looks like she's going for tit.
Yeah, she definitely has it on the mind.
All right, all right. This is Instagram, so you could write something underneath it.
Yeah.
Write this back. Do you have your own Instagram account? Don't use ours.
Okay.
Just write hysteria when you're near.
See if they get it.
Boom, 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 boom. I gotta know tonight.
It's my favorite song now.
Good. Play it for Juju. Get her dancing to it.
She'll love it.
Oh, I feel like I got a extra small coffee today, if I want to be totally honest.
No,
Bro, are
I-
you stealing coffee?
It's weird because I kind of wish that I had more too. Do we need to start leveling
Getting
it up?
lost. Should we go to the large, Earl, or is that crazy? Is this a medium?
Is the large the same price?
Can I ask you a question? $10 for two regulars? What's the fucking large going to cost me? 72?
It is a little pricey for coffee.
Yeah, but it's good coffee,
It's
dude.
it is really good.
I mean, this is Italian coffee, all
Okay.
right? Maybe I know you're racist against Italians, but I'm not.
You are?
He hates them. Him and Vito fight all the time.
Why? What is it about their culture?
He said they tried to take over Harlem.
Scratching at the
Yeah.
door?
What
are
is this,
just trying
cat
to-
scratch fever?
People are just trying to get in here.
That door's all fucked up.
That door's so heavy
What
now.
is going on with that? I feel like they add weight to it
The
every day.
door is incredibly heavy, yet it doesn't close, which makes no fucking sense. For a fucking studio door.
Well, at least it doesn't make you too mad.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, we had no heat in our office for about a month. And then when I put in the facilities, hey, there's no heat in this room, they said we couldn't find the thermostat. And then they just stopped trying to
Isn't
help
that your
us.
fucking job to find a thermostat?
Pipe down, crash it, get back to work.
I had to order a personal space heater, and when it came in, it was like 8 inches tall, and it didn't heat up Chris, only me.
It was quite fucking disappointing.
Well, that's because back then you couldn't get it around you. You would suck up the heat. Now you can get a little air on either side of you. Hey, when Ian Fidance gets here,
Yeah.
let's just start blasting Hysteria and act like it's his theme song.
Done.
But from the hook. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah,
let's
not
make it fucking happen, Chris.
It's going to happen.
Are you going to fuck up the music tonight, or is that going to be locked in?
It's going to be locked
Hey, I
in.
think we need Voice of God before we play the tape, too.
Yeah, there will be.
because- Well, we didn't do it last time.
We had someone jumped on the mic too.
I'm telling you right now, man, when we did the panel,
Yeah.
We just went from cold to nothing.
Really?
They were just fucking staring at us when we were walking up like, is this the show? I go, yeah, it's the show. I think they're doing a 7 o'clock show down there, too. You might want to check it out. I think Ari Shafir's in it. Look it up for me, would you?
I will.
Did you get it yet?
Moments.
Why not?
I gotta know tonight. Earl, you going down tonight or you got to work?
Gotta work tonight.
I want to put you on stage with me. That way, if anybody fucking tried to heckle, you could kick them in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice they never just look something up and gives it to us?
There's-
So it's a
I
mystery.
I have to make sure I'm not giving
Everything's a
bad
mystery to
information.
you.
Remember, like, the Luganis thing, and he was just, like, reading for so long? And I was like, please just tell me if it's a rumor or not. I'm okay with
I
it.
had to make sure the information was correct. And I got it, didn't I?
Look at this. Look at Jenny Hutt with fucking Dolly Parton.
What? Everyone's got celebrity hangouts.
She also was with Oprah in a picture.
She probably bought her way into that picture.
Gotta know tonight. Guess what fucking Dolly Parton just did a cover of? Hysteria by Def Leppard.
What?
Is that fucking
That's
crazy?
eerie.
Did you find it?
Yes.
So
It's-
why would it take as long as I asked you to run down to the stand?
There is a show at 7. The poster says Ari Shafir, but the website does not. So I'm not sure.
What
if you-
poster is it? Why
There's
would
like
you see a poster?
There's an image next to the actual.
Is it in the upstairs room?
Is the upstairs room?
All right, who's on the show?
Possibly Ari Shafir, Shane Gillis, Abby Rosenquist, Andrew Schultz, Louis J. Gomez, Claire Parker, Ricardo Roca, and more.
It's a fucking great show.
Yeah. That's a really
You
good
watch
show.
that before I go downstairs. If it runs a little late, I'll just have to tell everybody downstairs to wait. I gotta know tonight. I'm gonna be out tomorrow night. Is that tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Today's Thursday?
Yeah, today's Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
Tomorrow's-
Bergen County, Creeps with Kids. Go to creepstour.com. And then the following night, I'm going to be in Chicago, the Patio Theater. Again, creepstour.com to get your tickets. Really looking forward to both of those shows.
I know they're going to be great. I think it's so cool you're going to be in Chicago on Saturday.
You don't think it's cool that I'm going to be on the other side of the GW?
I do.
Literally right
Also.
there. You get off the GW and you're there just about. Yeah, it's gonna. Both those shows are going to be fun. Looking forward to it. Actually, looking forward to tonight with Dan Soder.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about giving out free sodas to everybody. I don't know whether they're going to do it because the last minute we found out that his name is Soder and not Soda.
Oh, I've been calling him Soda Pop Curtis.
I love that movie. Seize upon the moment long ago. Stevie Wonder just released a new song, Hysteria.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, everyone's going fucking crazy right now.
I didn't hear about it until now when everyone has hysteria, really.
I guess it's because it is the 32-year reunion of that song. It's the 32-year anniversary of Hysteria. I guess it's true. Rock is dead, isn't it? Dead as fucking doorknob.
Yeah.
Too bad. Maybe one day there'll be living doorknobs.
In the future, perhaps. Well, Joe Liz tried to turn us on to a cool band.
I don't know.
White Raper, I believe it was.
It's a nice day for a white raper. There's a piece out. Maybe we'll save this. Should we save it for
I know,
Ian?
I was thinking that same exact thought. This
All right,
moment.
here's a picture for you, Chris Stanley, if that is your real name.
It is.
There's a picture of Elle McPherson at age 55. It's in the New York Post, but you can see it on the iBang. Check this lady out at age 55. Is that fucking unbelievable?
That's
She's
ridiculous.
looking pretty good. Pretty
good. Yeah, well, I saw that, and somebody said to me, I'm not going to say, it's somebody who works here, and she goes, man, I hope I look this good at 55. I go, you look like shit at 27. I go, you couldn't get that fucking
Exactly.
thing on now. What makes you think that you're going to improve?
Women always do that. They're like, "Ugh, oh my God, I hope I look like that. And you're like, did you see what she looked like at your age? Because that's not going to happen.
I hope I can play tennis as good as Jimmy Connors when I'm his age. This is a world-class model like this.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same as being born like Shaq. It's a freak of nature.
Doesn't make sense.
Who is the woman that we had in? She's the English woman. Hugh Grant used to go out with her.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley, not Elizabeth Berkley. That was from another fucking scary movie. So you don't have to go to her. We're going to stay with this. So she comes in. She's pushing some show. Me and Chris are like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only was she beautiful, but she would knows how to captivate the room.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like we were like literally floating. She's probably 55 too. Now, this girl, Elle Macpherson, there was a song written about her that everybody believes was written about Christy Brinkley.
Really?
And that's a little song called Uptown Girl. Billy Joel was dating Christy Elle Macpherson, broke up with her, put out the song, and then put Christy was his new girlfriend. And everyone thinks the song, like he wrote the song
Right.
about it. But see, this is how sophisticated the three of them are. They didn't give a fuck. You know, like a normal people would be like, you're not putting out that fucking song about your ex. And I'm certainly not going to dance around to it. But they're such the 1% of the 1% of attractiveness that they don't even have jealousy in their life.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you said like freak of nature. They just must be like, well, we're all the same creature. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like we're all in the same.
It's like you wouldn't see two hilarious people jealous of each other. They're like, okay, I'll just go be hilarious over here.
Right.
But this is a bold move to go, okay, I'll dance around to the song you wrote about my friend, and then I'll marry you. How's that sound? Elle Macpherson. Killing it.
Yeah,
55.
she looks unreal.
Please take this shit down, though. It's killing me.
You know who never, it's like always looks so phenomenal is Michelle Pfeiffer. She still is like unbelievable.
Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. I haven't seen her in a while. I've always been completely in love with her. I don't know, probably since 1980. Is that the first time we saw Michelle Pfeiffer? 1979, if you happen to be watching the TV show that was based on Animal House.
Right.
I forget the name of it.
I think it was Delta something.
I think you were right. I think it was Delta House.
Look at that.
Yeah, she
That's
looks fucking great.
unbelievable. She's just so stunning.
She was so stunning then, and she was stunning when she was 19. Just nothing has changed in her life. She doesn't really act that much anymore, though. Huh?
No, you don't see her much.
She's married to a guy who writes and produces TV shows. One of those guys who's got like 8 of them on.
Like a showrunner guy.
Put in the
Yeah,
good
like
word.
a showrunner guy. Yeah. And don't act like it's Dick Wolf. That's fucking ridiculous.
Chad Laurie?
Do you get it, Earl?
David Kelly.
Thank you very much. Big Dave Kelly.
Girlfriend, you were so on.
I miss Marianne Williamson. It's not the same.
All right. I don't know whether you guys have seen the Elon Musk satellites, have you?
No, I haven't.
Astronomers are bitching that he is blocking the stars. They can't see stars anymore because of his satellites. So rather than go into the story on that, there's a name for him, and I can't think. It's like a train or a satellite train, satellite something like that. Just put Elon Musk satellite. Where do you see this? Because I only saw these like a week ago, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Try YouTube, Chris, instead of just fucking put in YouTube. I don't know what he calls them. Satellite what?
Starlink?
Yeah, Starlink. That'll work. All right, there they are right there. Hit it. Watch these satellites. Look at that.
Oh, whoa.
Have you ever
It's
seen shit like that in your life?
It looks like a subway, like going
Yes,
through
a
the
subway
sky.
through the sky. There's 60 some of them.
That's crazy looking.
Now, by the way, I'm going to say this to the astronomers. They're going by in a second.
Yeah, I
Look
think
at
they're
these
moving
little
fast
ones
enough.
are behind.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah.
little caboose.
Yeah, it was like me during football practice. I run that far
I'm
behind.
sure that people who live places that you can see the sky well are used to it, but only like 2 or 3 times have I seen a satellite. Like I was looking up at the
Right.
sky and then went, wait, why is that moving like that? And realizing that it's a satellite. It's the craziest thing. It's so weird.
It doesn't look that different from a plane, though, like a really high 8
Right,
mile
yeah.
side plane. All right, there's some guy who just saw them, and he's almost like the double rainbow guy. See if you could find him, Chris. Now, you want to go to YouTube again. You know,
Not your own email.
You're not your own email. Why are you going to your email?
Because I have it.
All right, turn it up loud. Turn it up loud, you crazy bastard.
Oh my gosh!
You didn't have it at all.
Whoa! Whoa, look! Look at him! Oh my gosh! You have to be kidding me! Wow! Tell me you can see that! I better hit record if you can't. You've got to be kidding me! Where's the? I can't even find the record button on my camera. Wow! Look at him go! No way! That's the Starlink chain. There's just a ton of them in the sky. Well, I don't even know where my phone went. I dropped it. What? Gah! Somebody tell me that you can see that. I wasn't even in chat. Oh. The train is still going. It's gonna go. It's gonna come out from behind that tree, though. It's just going all the way across the sky. Look how many Starlink satellites there are. Elon Musk is crazy. You have to be kidding me. It's just a massive train going across the sky. Look at that.
It is phenomenal to me, too, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing at him, but at the same time, I probably would be reacting pretty similarly if I looked up and saw that.
I mean, satellites are so fucking insane. Like, the first satellite went up in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Sputnik
Yeah.
was in my lifetime. And now a regular person, not a government,
right, just
could
a dude.
blow away what governments do and just send up all those satellites. And this isn't even his full-time job.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
God.
God.
Tell me you can see that. I'm not even in chat right now. God.
Now, he is going to control them. They're all going to go to different places. I think when he hits a button, isn't that the way it works, Chris?
Yeah.
Now, it's going to spell something out in space that you'll be able to see from Earth.
In the night sky.
It's going to spell hysteria. Because apparently he produced that reboot.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Alex in Baltimore wants to talk to us. Hey, Alex.
What is it, Alex?
Hey, Bennington, love the show.
That's good.
Elizabeth Hurley, the British lady, she's going to be on a new Disney kids show, like a Marvel Disney kids show, on the Disney Channel or one of those channels. But anyway, they got her dressed up in a tight green titty dress, and she still looks amazing.
Still?
I might watch this show. She looks spectacular.
What offended you by still, Chris?
Well, she's going to look amazing no matter what she's wearing.
Yeah, but he's saying she
He's
still
saying
looks
at
amazing.
this
Like
stage,
after all
he's
these
saying, as we all probably.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex is on our side,
Yeah.
Chris.
All right, good.
For once in your life, Chris, stay with us.
Bring up this green dress so I can see it.
trying
For
to
the
find
love
it.
of Pete. God, look at her.
God.
Her dress is so green. Oh, I wish I was in chat right now. I dropped my phone. God.
I don't
She's-
see
she's
any
coming
fuck
up. There
pictures
she
of
is.
her. No, she looks good. Good for her. She'll be like, hello, remember when you, Smith, was with the transvestite instead of me?
People get mad at her on her Instagram feed because they feel she's too close with her son.
There is, they used to do that with the other.
Stephanie Seymour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of remember that one. That like
But I
it was-
think
she
Stephanie
was always like
Seymour-
Frenching her son and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think there's something going on there, but I
You're
don't mind
disgusting.
it.
Was that the
You're
one
disgusting.
where she was like making out with her son in the beach or something? Like
Yeah.
they were standing in the ocean.
He was
and
grabbing a little ass and a little side titty. I mean,
Right.
you know, they're not like us.
Yeah,
We've already
I mean,
brought
they
that
have-
up.
I don't blame
They have a different rule
Now,
about things.
there's a girl on this new Marvel show, right? She's 11 years old. 11. She's been acting since she was 4 years old, and she's also a gymnast, right? Trained gymnast, kind of circus performer. And she's 11. And she's dating Prince Andrew. So if you don't think that's
Jesus
fucking,
Christ.
I that's messed.
he
up.
said that he wants to do an interview to try to prove.
God, don't do that.
Do you see how I got him, Earl? The details. It's the details. That I
The
do.
deets.
The details that end up being worth nothing. It just drops them down to where they're paying attention.
Yeah.
And then I hit him with a Prince Andrew.
He just got fired from being doing any royal duties.
You saying he's fired from being a prince?
I think he's still a prince, but he can't like go out in public and do princely shit, which I guess is just
Princely, huh?
just show up for charity stuff.
Is he the same prince that recorded Purple Rain?
The very one. He's talented as hell.
And Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Let me tell you something about this fucking Jeffrey Epstein. This guy is bad news.
He killed himself, right?
Yeah,
No.
that's what everyone says. He
No.
definitely killed
He
himself.
did not kill
That's
himself.
Let's try to get that going. Jeffrey
right.
Epstein definitely killed himself. Just put it in places where it doesn't belong. What we'll do is we'll call conspiracy radio shows, and then at the end of it, you guys are great, thanks. Jeffrey Epstein definitely didn't kill himself.
Damn it.
There's actually a tape of Jeffrey Epstein dying, and his very last words were hysteria.
Fucking songs everywhere.
Yeah. The person I heard that from was Prince Andrew.
Oh well, he would know.
Yeah. He was at a kind of a Barney fucking party. It was just people that were Barney birthday party.
He should not be around children.
The weird thing about Prince Andrew, he'll go like this: Prince is my dad. Call me Drew. And then he'll go like this. One time or something, he had a piece of paper, right? He goes, "Did you see what I drew?" And he holds his paper up and he pulls it down. His dick is out. Prince Andrew called my house one night. He was just talking dirty about jerking off on me and stuff. And I go, "Who is this?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a child." And he hung up. That's
And you
fucking
didn't-
Prince Andrew.
And you didn't call anyone? Tell anyone
I
what
was
he said?
sleepy. I went right back to bed.
Makes sense.
I go to sleep watching a movie. You know, I love my Turner Classic movies. The older, the better. Last night, I fell asleep watching The Train Robbery from 1917.
That's very old.
Yeah, first movie, they said. So scary, I jumped out of bed thinking a train was actually coming through my room.
Really, even though you've seen modern films.
Yes, I know, but I never saw one in black and white before.
It looks so real.
Yeah, when I saw it, I just screamed, "Did I go colorblind?" I gotta know tonight. And finance coming in today. We haven't had him on in what, week and a half?
I think much longer than that.
And then he did 7 radio shows in between us. He does more radio shows than if he had a radio show.
He's addicted.
He's a dick, all right. No, he's a lot of fun. Everybody loves him. Everybody wants to book the Pearl. Whose idea was that dumb thing?
Mine.
That was
Was it?
Yeah.
So hilarious. Because no one has ever called him the Pearl.
I thought we all did. I thought that was a cool nickname.
I call Minnie the Pearl. You know? Do you remember her, Earl?
Yeah, she wore this big straw hat with the name tag on. Oh, the price tag on
The
it.
price tag, not a name tag. She always kept a price tag on like she was going to take her dress back after the show. Didn't she do like Howdy or something every time she came out?
I think it was, yeah. I think
She was kind of a stand-up comedian, but not exactly. She was like a funny old country lady. Should we break here, Chris?
Yeah, let's break.
You sure?
We'll break.
You want to?
Can we push the Bennington T-shirt?
For the love of
Of
God.
course we can. The brand new Bennington T-shirt that's available at ibangshop.com. ibangshop.com. And if you'd like a free.
How he's chewing on every word. The Bennington T-shirt.
Well, let's just
ibangshop.com.
Yeah.
Let's just talk like people.
Okay.
But here's the interesting thing. So you can say, I'd like to do the thing and get the free signed
yeah.
poster. You'd be amazed by the amount of people who decided they don't want the free signed poster.
Are we getting the word out about the free poster?
Yeah, the word is out there. And they're like, I'm an adult. What am I going to do with a signed poster? Just give me that cool fucking shirt. And one of the people who ordered a shirt, Joey Ramone.
That's cool.
And then he wrote to me and said, "Oh, this looks familiar."
I don't know
I
why.
just fucking deleted him. I just blocked
Good.
him.
Send him a poster instead.
No, thank you. I don't want the poster. You sure it's free? You guys got your tubes yet?
They come Monday. Monday is when the tubes arrive.
That's when your tubes are tied, huh?
That's when the tubes tied.
Remember what the tubes did? Well, white punks on dope.
Are you going to sing that when you get it?
One of the few things I believe that the live is better than the recorded. One of the few songs in history.
Oh, really?
I'm always a big fan of that. Earl, give me a song that's better live than the recorded version.
Statesboro Blues.
Very good. Good fucking call.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another one. Ready? Turn the page. Mr. Bob Cigar, the guy who did Lock and Load.
What about I Want You to Want Me, Cheap Trick?
That's a good call. What are you doing this version? Why wouldn't you do it off their live album? Was you just
a heady live performance?
You just found them at a house party somewhere? We can't put them through that, Chris.
As much as we'd like to.
Earl, lead singer of that band, what was his name?
Fee Waybill.
Holy shit!
That's pretty
nice
good, dude.
job. I remember one time in the 80s, Fee Waybill, and he's not dressed up like that, he's dressed as himself, and he was trying to be a VJ. And one of the Brat Packers, the one that was so mean and Pretty in Pink. Not Pretty in Pink, but the other one.
I know which one you mean.
The one that was in that Catholic Boys movie.
Yeah.
They were making fun of him, and I saw his feelings get really hurt, and then I never saw him on MTV again. He was like, I guess I'm more 70s than 80s.
Andrew McCarthy?
That's exactly
Yeah.
right, Chris. You make old fucking Fee Waybill look like a fucking idiot right now.
Hey, Patrick in Rochester.
Hey, I don't think anybody can dispute that Freebird is much better live than the recorded studio version.
That's a pretty good call. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Rich in Nevada.
Bennington and family, how's it going, guys?
Cool.
Peter Frampton, Lines on My Face off the live album is so much better than the studio version. 10 times better.
Who's on the phones right now, Earl?
That is Andy.
Bring Andy over. Tell him to come running all the way in here.
Yeah.
You find, go ahead and put it on while Andy's getting. What's that?
Hysteria.
Hysteria is fucking amazing live. It really is. Yeah, we're not even kidding around about that.
John in Virginia.
Yes, I think James says live is better than the album.
Why? Because they put the steel drums in it? I mean, to me, that was always the weirdest fucking choice. Why did we take off Frampton? We were fucking enjoying ourselves.
We'll go back to Frampton.
Yeah.
Tim in Atlanta.
Yeah, I got a little Lou Reed intro to Sweet Jane.
Here's the thing about that. We don't always have 11 minutes to listen to that
Sure.
guitar intro. But when it goes from that intro into Sweet Jane, it's one of the best moments in rock and roll history. It's right up there with Lions on my face. You feel like you got the 11 minutes, Chris? Is that where we're going?
I mean, I get to where we need to be.
Just start it off first.
Okay.
Then we'll listen for a second. Wait, can't do it?
I can do it right now.
It's on YouTube. I mean, that's a great beginning. Look how happy Earl is. Where's Ian at?
He just signed in. Let's go to the text.
Just tell them to come straight down.
Okay.
Now, during this entire part, Lou was backstage tying off. No, he wanted to.
Oh, good.
Could make it a better show.
Well, then that's good.
Why is Vito going down the hall when I need him on the phone?
He's going to grab him right now. Or
Why would he grab him? He knows how to get here. He does Nikki's show every other day. What happens when somebody says yes to you and then you're like, oh, great. He said yes, but then they go and do what they want to do anyway.
Maybe you can run in and help.
Earl, now I know what it... No, stay. I want you to stay for the lines on my face thing. I wanted to see how you get along with Ian. I'm very... See, I think he could help you with your career because he's Brooklyn like you. You know what I mean?
BK.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we got a show tonight. Everybody's got to be in the bathtub. Can't be just straight comedy, you know? So bring your dog to the stage show, you know? All right, now you can move ahead and try to find it. See how far? See how deep he has to go? You still can't find it. Improv comedy. You know?
You're an improviser like UCB type thing?
Yeah.
Cool, get out.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm working on it. I'm trapped, still in the cold.
Yeah.
What is it about that for you?
I like it. I have a lot of fun doing it.
Does the audience? That's how you have to measure
No,
things.
they deeply want me to end everything.
And we were just talking about songs that are better live than
Yes.
recorded. That's why we put on Sweet Jane.
Yes.
Before that, White Punk Stone Dope by The Tubes, which could also be your theme
Yes.
Yeah.
For my olden days.
Do you have one? You have a song that you're like, oh, the live, play the fucking live version.
Yeah. Patti Smith's cover My Generation.
Oh, well, Patti Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say rock and roll, and I don't even know what to say anymore.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
so
in my
hard to
heart-
request my favorite song
I
on the
know.
radio.
In my heart, I'm an Apache. In my heart, that thing where she gets in. That's so
The best.
great.
We can't play that song anymore?
Jimi Hendrix
Yeah.
was a.
We have to bleep everything in between.
Yeah.
I know.
I think we should. What are you doing? Are you trying to put that on?
Oh, no.
No.
We want to keep our show.
What are you doing?
Just
I mean, you
take
guys
your hand
have
off that
things
button.
that can
Something,
take
something,
away.
something.
What are they going to take away?
Although,
my Instagram account?
By the way, the live version of Glory is unbelievable too.
Yes.
Maybe one of my favorite songs of all time. I mean, I feel like that's got to be in top 10.
The way
Her
she
doing
says
that.
G-L.
That's unbelievable.
She's just spelling it. Oh, my God.
Now, the
Hendrix
live
cover,
version-
that's good, too.
What's that?
Hendrix cover, that's great.
Well, everybody's. I mean, the original's great. Every version of that song is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But the thing about Patty, she just makes up her own lyrics.
Yeah.
All right, wait. For the first time in history, a person on the radio can't find the live version of Gloria.
There's just multiple live versions. I want to make sure I have the right
Well,
version.
take it off the album.
I don't have access to the album right now.
You don't
Oh,
have Spotify on here?
It's not working.
No, we do Pandora.
Ugh.
No.
I do not like Pandora. Oh, I shouldn't say that on air. I love Pandora. It's my favorite.
Love it.
I really opened a Pandora's box of things I
You
should
know
be
what?
saying
Can I
on
just
radio.
say something?
It started with the title of that song, and now it's into Pandora.
You should have just sang the song.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Rock and roll, not going to say it.
We're not going to ever find it. Let's move on. Let's see what Bill has to say.
All right, Bill in New Jersey. What's up, Bill?
Hey, Bennington.
Hey, buddy.
I called to say Wings Live and Let Die, but as I'm on hold, I'm thinking maybe I'm Amazed is even better.
Well, I like the live version from the Faces of Living That Guy. Now, here's the weird thing. Oh, no, I was thinking maybe I'm Amazed, I meant. But the first time I saw McCartney, right, and I never liked the song Live and Let Die. And that was by far the best song that he did all night. I mean, it was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then I went back, and people were like, how was it? And I was like, he did this version of this, and they were like, if that's the best thing, I'm glad I missed the show. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you.
You don't get it.
Yeah. I go, I can't use the word I want to use right now. What are you doing? Going for a different direction?
This
than
is Maybe I'm Amazed
Gloria?
live.
No, but by who?
Faces.
Oh.
No, here's the interesting thing. It's not Rod singing up front. He sings the chorus.
love Steely Dan, but I
Dude,
saw Donald Fagen in like 2007, and he couldn't sing old school.
Dude,
they had tons of
just-
backing vocals. Maybe they're different now. I'm a Steely Dan head.
You're the exact opposite of one.
Wow.
The fact that you would come in and say about Fagan, who does this show, by the way, all the
I
time.
love Donald Fagen.
Yeah. It's like if you came in here and go, you know who's not funny? Big J. You know what I mean? That's the same feeling that we had.
I love Steely Dan.
I'm
and
going to
Donald
find you
Fagen.
another person to mentor you. It can't be.
Someone who could be a friend to her.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Wow.
I'm sorry. This has ended so quick for us.
I don't think that he could help you. I don't think he would be
I
there
think I'm
for
a
you.
lost cause at this point.
Yeah. I think we ought to stop playing even this gimmick of ours. It seems like it puts a lot of stress on you, Chris.
No, I'm just trying to get access to better music.
I know,
than
but
you
I'm
two.
saying that's the stressful thing for you.
That was the thing he was referencing.
I'm worried. I want you to have fun.
No, I am having fun. I just
Listen to
want
the
to
way
play
that your
music.
voice sounds. It sounds like you're
Smile
very
then.
stern.
Yeah, sounds like you're trying to talk to a cop.
Yeah. I am having fun, officer.
Officer, that hasn't been smoked out of today.
Yeah, once before, sure.
This morning, but I'm fine now.
Dude, this me and my friends in high school were supposed to be in our school. We're 150 miles away, leaving Wildwood, New Jersey.
Yes.
We're fucking driving up the parkway. We get pulled over by a cop. There is a fucking empty case of beer from our drinking.
Yes.
And just Slim Jim wrappers everywhere, right? This is how different the world was. He wasn't fucking getting us for the beer. He's like, what else do you have in this car? We're high school kids.
Right.
And he doesn't worry about us drinking beer. He goes through, he pulls out a fucking gas mask. And he goes, we had this gas mask with a fucking pipe on the end
Yes.
of it, right? And my friend, Butchie, says, that hasn't been smoked out of today, sir. He was the only one of us that could speak. Right?
Amazing.
He goes, that hasn't been smoked out of today. Just then, this little thing of smoke comes up out of a seed. Like a seed had just
Oh,
pushed
my
out this
God.
almost little locomotive thing. And we all just fucking started laughing our asses off. And he goes, I don't want to see you fucking guys out of here. Get back to Pennsylvania. Throws the gas mask in our car, and off we drive.
Amazing.
That's a different world, right?
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
One time I got pulled over while I was on the side of the road and I was reaching in the back seat to
Yeah.
get more beer to drink while I was driving.
Yeah.
I had a case of beer in the back and my buddy was wrecked in the front seat and a cop came up and he flashed a light. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, officer, I'm taking a piss on the side of the road. And he goes, why are you doing that? And I go, because I started drinking water early in the night so I'd be sober to drive my friend home. And right when he said that, my buddy falls out of the car. He's like, he's a good guy, officer. Just let him go. And the cop was like, you know, if I let you go away and you get in an accident, I don't give you a DUI, I get in a lot of trouble. I go, yeah, but you know, you give me a DUI, I get in even more trouble. And he goes, I'm following you home. Don't move out of the lane. And I'll never see you again. I go, all right. So then while we were driving, my buddy grabbed the beer and we cracked him and just started drinking him home.
It was a different time, Chris Stanley.
It really was.
Look how relaxed you are now. You're not worried about fucking finding music. You're not producing.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'd rather be
You're-
producing.
No, you're reducing, and that's when I want you comfortable.
When
first.
you're not producing, you're progressing.
Yes.
we like that.
First and foremost, I want you to have a good time. That's
Yeah.
I'm not even making that up. That's at the top right here. That's number one for me.
Jesus.
I leave her every day. I go, is Chris okay?
You should.
He really does. He worries about you.
That's the
Chris.
first thing I think of when I wake up.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to Clinton, Illinois.
Hey, Gail, how are you?
What's up, dude?
Hey, Ronnie, I'll see you Saturday night. I did have to chime in, though. I just saw Steely Dan a month ago, and Donald Fagen is on his game.
Oh,
I
it's
was-
unbelievable. I've seen him so many times in the city, out of the city.
I'm going
Look,
from something over 10 years ago.
I got a fucking hater here. And
Oh, my
A
God.
hater who drives drunk.
Oh, my God.
Haterade. Drunk on Haterade.
Don't take my opinion on that. I was a mess at the
Hey,
time.
Let's just.
I was
give
on
it-
acid. What do you
Give
want?
everybody's on acid. Let's stop acting like that's fucking cool. We're all tripping now. It doesn't impress us. I want you to give Andy just one thing of advice. He's coming out of college. He wants to make it in the crazy world of comedy.
Yes.
Stand up, television writing.
So you want to try? Have you tried stand up?
I have, yes. I've done stand-up.
What do you think?
I just get really nervous
Yeah.
and I get mad when I'm not good at it.
No, don't
That's
do that.
the right thing. That's the right
That's
thing.
right.
Nothing could be funnier
I don't
than
know.
anger.
Yeah.
Tense anger.
Fuck, I suck.
Yeah.
I fucking suck, man.
Get mad at the audience too.
Yeah, it's
They love
definitely their
Yeah.
fault.
You could be the meltdown comic.
Okay.
What's he gonna melt down about next?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know?
Well, what's Tim Dillon going to do if somebody else becomes the mouth?
Oh shit! Yeah, he'll have to steal someone else's jokes on a
Whoa!
panel.
Oh, so he was the problem. So he was. I thought you would go out of your way not to bring that night up.
Oh, my
I
bad.
was like, "Are you going to mention Dean?" I go, "Nope,
My bad.
nope." It's all back now, isn't it? That's one of the reasons that Chris is so pissed off.
John in Missouri.
Hey guys, how you all doing?
Hey, how's it
Good.
going?
Good. The album's Alchemy Live, Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing.
Well, the studio version of Sultans of Swing is pretty.
I was
fucking
gonna
good.
say
Yeah.
I kind of like that album
We're
so
the
much.
Sultans.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I've
guess
been,
I don't really know this live version.
You know what I've been listening to? ZZ's Top Trace Hombres
Oh, sure.
Deluxe with the bonus tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for the bus.
Woo! Have mercy.
Oh, have mercy! Waiting for the bus all day.
See, we're on the wrong one. That's why I don't want to put the tension on you. But when we're going in that direction, we can't be doing Sultans of Swing. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No, it
right?
doesn't, dude.
He's
Quick,
singing,
yeah.
Waiting for the bus all day from Tres Hombres. So, according to him, it's the deluxe version, not the shitty version that I got when I was a kid.
Yeah. You
It
don't
was the
even know.
remastered version.
This doesn't sound remastered to me. Just
No,
kidding,
this
Chris.
has just
I'm
been mastered. It's just been mastered, nothing else.
Was this live or no?
It is
He
not
does.
live.
He struggles with getting. You know what? We went back into. I don't want the pressure on you.
There should be pressure on me. I'm
He's
the
under
producer.
pressure.
And
This
I'm
Used to
not
be my
doing-
song of just when he's talking about with a brown paper bag waiting for his check.
Woo! Woo! Well, the last caller is going to meet me in Chicago Saturday night.
Yes.
We're going to be there with the Creeps. And Jesus just left Chicago.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's bound for New Orleans. Which one you going for, Chris?
I was going for Jesus.
Oh, God, look, he's.
Here we go.
That's okay, buddy. That's all right. It's kind of a struggle today.
Now, Andy, if you were Chris, would you be getting mad right now?
I would definitely be sweating. And yeah, I'd be a little pissed.
New Orleans. Jesus left Chicago and he's bound for New Orleans. Working from one end to the other and all points in between. I saw these guys one time. They had a long horn steer on stage that they had put in a pen. And it was in Philly at the old Spectrum, and people were just throwing cans at it all night.
Horrible. It's so shitty.
It was the exact
Oh, that's
opposite of like a
amazing.
petting zoo. I mean, it was a terrible thing that went
Oh,
down.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Why did they think that that would be a good idea?
Oh, they didn't think Philly. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right,
They didn't
yeah.
think
They
Philly.
don't think. That's where my Donald Fagen comment came from. I wasn't thinking.
Well,
Yeah.
that's you. You know what I mean? That's you, brother. You don't like ZZ Top?
Never got into ZZ Top.
Wow.
Never listened to a lot of ZZ Top. I just
I
never.
haven't either.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is it an anti-Texas thing?
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
they're
I
just
like
some
Texas.
good blues and boogie.
You don't like LaGrange? Every fucking human being on the
I
planet.
know LaGrange. This stuff's not.
You've never
But
had
what?
a pair of cheap sunglasses?
Plenty.
Huh? You never been a
But
sharp-dressed man?
You realize that every human being on planet Earth loves fucking LaGrange, right? You can't go to Vietnam and those people are moving their heads.
Mm-hmm. Think so?
Kind of a fucking like, look, Earl's
Put it
ready to
on.
leave.
Put it on.
He just threw his headphones at you.
Oh my god.
Can I?
Ow!
I don't know what kind of Clockwork Orange gang that you're in right now, where you just go around. And
Come on, you guys are my
trashes everything.
droogies.
Trashes
Come on,
everything.
droogies.
And what did his droogies end up doing to him?
Oh,
They hit him in the
no.
fucking head with a milk bottle and let the cops grab him, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Earl
After the
just
rape.
grabbed one.
After the rape.
That they were
Yeah.
all raping in.
Yeah.
Well,
Beep,
Andrew, that's how you make it in
beep.
comedy.
I mean, everyone wants to share
Andy
the
or
fun
Andrew?
of the rape, but nobody, wants to take
pay
the
that price.
responsibility.
Yeah.
There's a receipt that comes in. Bob, Michigan.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
I don't know. Just saying.
Hey, I was thinking Midnight Rambler from the Rolling Stones live.
I'm gonna agree with that.
What was he expecting? You can't always get what you want.
That's good.
Hey,
That's
buddy.
There it is, back on track.
Let me check with Andy. Do you even know one song at all by the Stones? I know you're young and I know you're Cuban.
It's no, I don't.
You not knowing that is
single
giving me
Rolling
no
Stones song.
satisfaction whatsoever.
I really couldn't tell you. I'm a monster. I listened to Daft Punk as a child.
You're a monster. You probably have.
cool
You probably
band?
have sympathy for the devil if you're a monster.
That's I have a little bit. He had a
Uh-huh.
tough go.
He's doing Rolling Stones songs to you. And
Yeah.
you're-
I don't
I'm
know.
naming
Giving you
Rolling
lyrics.
Stones
You're
songs.
supposed to be
Right
an
over
improv.
my head.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be an improv.
Yes, and.
I've never once said I was good at it.
Yes,
Yes,
and yes, Ian.
Yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
Ian.
And you listen to Daft Punk. Right? Daft Punk is coming to my house.
Uh-huh.
My house.
And that's by a different band.
What band? Come on.
That's LCD Sound System.
Andy,
Andy,
And then I wake
Are you
up
pulling
from a
that?
dream.
Trying.
Are you really? Or are you?
No, I am.
This is too much pressure.
It's not. This is my
This is a great
job.
fucking song.
Midnight Rambler, yes, it is.
What are you doing, Chris?
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Morse from Sex with Emily, and I'm here to help you up your sex game. You might be thinking you don't need any help. Well, think again. Maybe you thought a threesome was just for fantasies. You want to know once and for all if size really matters? Don't worry, I got you covered. And now you can hear me on Faction Talk, Saturday nights at 7 and Sunday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern. It's Sex with Emily for the guys, Saturday and Sunday nights on Faction Talk and on demand on SiriusXM Channel 103.
Hi, I'm Kyle Anderson, host of, well, lots of stuff. It's all about entertainment and it's all on demand right now. It's Entertainment Now. Deep dives into careers of megastars like Scarlett Johansson and Tom Hanks, discographies of music legends like Nirvana and Lady Gaga, and hear TV recaps of shows like The Good Place, This Is Us, and Watchmen, and much, much more. Just search SiriusXM.com or the SiriusXM app for your favorite TV show to start listening right now.
A few years ago, my wife and I couldn't find great bedding in any stores, so we founded our own company. I'm Scott Tannen, the founder of Boll & Branch, the world's most comfortable sheets. My wife Missy and I spent months developing the super soft, organic cotton fabric we're now known for. Since then, we've helped millions of people, including 3 U.S. presidents, get a great night's sleep. You could compare them to $1,000 sheets, but we sell them for a fraction of the price, because spending that much on sheets is bonkers. Right now, check out our luxury flannel collection. It sells out every year. That's because Boll & Branch flannel is cozy but breathable. Cool sleepers and hot sleepers all love it. You can try us risk-free for 30 nights, but I think it'll only take one to convince you. And right now, get $50 off at bollandbranch.com with promo code FACTION. That's spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. Promo code FACTION. Save $50 at bollandbranch.com with promo code FACTION. bollandbranch.com, promo code FACTION.
Do you know that mortgage rates have plummeted to a 3-year low and are nearing historic lows? At the same time, home values have gone up roughly 50% in the last several years. However, they seem to be peaking now. Maybe it's time to put that equity to work by paying off high-rate credit cards, personal loans, or remodel your house. Hi, I'm Wesley Hoagland with Westland Financial. Let us put you in a position to do any of these things with no closing costs. That's right. Nothing's rolled into your loan, whether it's conventional, FHA, or VA, will pay your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. Maybe you just want to lock in a lower rate or refinance out of paying mortgage insurance. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to see how we can save you thousands of dollars a year. So call Westland at 888-615-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. Call us at 888-615-3669. That's 888-615-3669. 888-615-3669.
Lennox Financial Mortgage Corp. DBA Westland. NMLS 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Do you know the last time you replaced your toothbrush? I didn't. I also had no idea how long I was really brushing until I got a Quip electric toothbrush. Quip was designed to fix the habits most of us get wrong when brushing our teeth, with sensitive vibrations and a built-in timer that guide a 2-minute clean. To keep your bristles fresh, Quip delivers brush heads every 3 months for just $5 with free shipping. You can take Quip everywhere using its slim cover that mounts to mirrors at home and slides over your bristles when you're on the go. It's no wonder this electric toothbrush earned a seal of acceptance from the American Dental Association, was named one of Time's best inventions, and has thousands of 5-star reviews. Quip starts at $25 and is guaranteed for life with a refill plan. Sign up now at getquip.com/factiontalk, and you'll get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush plan. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/factiontalk. Getquip.com/factiontalk.
Faction Talk 103, it's the Bennington Show.
Start losing weight, like, say, 15 pounds. People don't know how to respond. They're like, have you been dieting, or did Charlie Sheen bleed in your mouth?
Catch Jim Norton live.
Hey, this is Jim Norton. This weekend, November 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, I'll be in Philadelphia at the Helium Comedy Club. Some of these shows will sell out. Philly is one of the few places that still loves me. December 12th, 13th, 14th, Caroline's Comedy Club.
For tickets and information, go to jimnorton.com.
This holiday, Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. They're giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts perfect for the holidays. That includes a spicy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping. Always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your holiday routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter this station's exclusive code at checkout, DOLL, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's DOLL, D-O-L-L.
Buying insurance is an important step toward becoming a fully fledged adult. But when it comes to life insurance, it's hard to know where to start. How much life insurance do you need? What's the difference between term life insurance and whole life insurance? Which company will have the best rate for you? It's enough to make anyone feel completely unprepared for adulthood. But the good news is that you don't have to go through this awkward experience alone, because there's Policy Genius.
Policy Genius is the easy way to compare and buy life insurance. In minutes, their website compares quotes from over a dozen life insurance companies to find the best rate for you. Then their team of experts will handle all the paperwork and negotiate with the insurance company so you don't have to. So you can get the best life insurance for your needs and enjoy the feeling of finally entering financial adulthood. To get started, head to PolicyGenius.com today. Policy Genius, the easy way to compare and buy life insurance.
Did you know in a recent Gallup poll, about half of women said they don't feel safe in their communities, while 73% of men said they do?
I like to take my daily walk, and one of the things I'm intentional about is safety. That's why I was excited to discover Tiger Lady.
You or someone you love needs to carry Tiger Lady. Tiger Lady's the ingenious self-defense tool based on the concept of a cat's retractable claws.
Tiger Lady is discreet, lightweight, and distills a sense of confidence. It also collects DNA, a function that pepper spray and other self-defense
self-defense tools don't have.
Tiger Lady requires no training, is safe to carry, and legal in all 50 states. And Tiger Lady's recommended by self-defense instructors and police. And now Tiger Lady's re-engineered claws are even sharper. Get a pair of Tiger Ladies for you or someone you love this holiday season by going to TigerLady.com. Get 2 pairs at 15% off. Plus through Sunday, use code COMEDY to save an additional 30% off plus free shipping. Go to TigerLady.com. TigerLady.com today.
Ladies, you need Tiger Lady. Your safety is worth fighting for.
Welcome back to Bennington. Ian Finance is in studio. Ian's opening for the Bumping Mike Show with David Tell and Jeff Ross this Saturday at Parks Casino in Ben Salem, PA.
Very cool.
Thank you. IanFinance.com for tickets and all his dates, and follow Ian